I will let it fade out. I will, yeah, there's a... I guess I should just turn it down and leave. Let's leave it playing, yeah. There you go. Hello, everyone.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Fangame Adventure Speedrun Tournament. FAST for short. I'm Jopagu, and I'm joined by my co-host Cosmoing for our first race.
It's me.
Hope everyone's excited. Don't really have anything to go before this, so let's get right into it. Our runners today are going to be Mur and UbersawMedic.
Our first runners today.
Yes.
We have a couple more matches later.
Runners, if you want to get in the call, we can get started.
Let's just ping them.
Oh, well.
Hey, there's
Hello.
Ubersaw.
Well. Let's see where's Mir.
Well, while we're waiting for Mur, we can get started talking to you. Are you excited to be here today, Ubersaw?
Well, I'm scared, I'm terrified, and then I'm excited in this order. So, yeah.
I think we'll have some of those emotions all around. I certainly had a bit of trouble sleeping last night.
I was.
Yeah.
I was all night practicing for 1,000 coin stack, just to really nail down the routine, just in case I got it.
Ooh.
Coin stack is certainly a terrifying race. Are there any games you are hoping to see?
The game I have probably practiced the most is Burn Mind. I've played like 20 times that game, and I think I have actually a pretty decent run. And maybe Pendulum, because it crashes for everyone else, and the rhythm game, if Mir doesn't actually play rhythm games, it's probably a way to gain some advantage. But apart from that, yeah, I mean, I think I have equally bad chances at all of them.
Well, those are certainly some of the games I want to see as well. Burn Mind is a favorite. And hello, Mir.
Oh, we've got Mir in the chat, yep.
Oh, hello.
My mic is working, I assume, maybe, probably.
We can hear you.
This Discord is trolling, it's not showing me.
Well, you're here and we can hear you, so it's all good.
Well,
Seeing some confusion in the chat, so let's just clarify the rules real quick. This is a tournament, single elimination. So whoever loses, the moment you lose, you're out. This match is simply a best of one, so you'll do one speedrun of the chosen game, and whoever wins moves on. Whoever doesn't win doesn't move on.
Wow.
That's crazy. But yeah, we have a match right now, and then we'll have some more matches later throughout the day. We have Mir versus Ubersaw right now. In about 5 hours time, we'll have Hugo versus Wolsk, and then after that, at 6 p.m. today, so in 7 hours, we'll have, I believe it's Jabba the Hutt 2 versus Gaffadil.
Yep.
It's a crazy new concept, I know.
Yeah, and the games are chosen randomly from a pool of 26, I think. And after a game has been rolled, it can't be rolled again for the rest of the tournament.
25.
25.
I'll get the roller up so we can actually talk about the games live. Let's first get the roller up, but we'll show the games one by one so we can all see what's in the pool. Alright, so the games one by one, we have I Want to Be the Steak Temple, Panasonic Blu-ray, I Want to Be the Blizzard, I Want to Be the Cocktail, I Want to Coin Stack 1000, I Want to Stop the Simulation, I Want to Eclipse, I Want to Be the Ash, I Want to Reach the Moon, I Want to Stop the Heartbeats, pretty chunky one, I Want to Kill the Troll King, I Want to Olympic, I want to burn mine, which we did talk about earlier. I want to power. I want to escape the manor, which actually cannot be rolled today. I forgot to mention Ash and Manor cannot be rolled today as they have been blacklisted by our participants. Well, Ash has been blacklisted by both our participants today, actually, and Uber is not allowed to roll Manor because he's just too good at it.
Barely. For me.
That's just how it is. Every single other game you'll see can be rolled today, though. I want to kill the guy. I want to grow up. I want to save the ship. I want to be the Justice easy version. I want to enjoy the game too. I want to be the Nostalgia. I want to be the Pendulum. I didn't note it, but it's also the easy version. I want to make the Novelty. I want a Series Mixture Relay 4, and I want to dash the Hardship. These are all the games that are in play today.
You have a very diverse selection with a lot of different styles of games. Hopefully to test your skills to the max in several different areas.
And also a lot of different lengths. Some of these games are much longer than others. Well,
So, Mir, are there any games you're excited to see? Do you want to roll anything?
The ones I played, hopefully. There's like 6 games or so I didn't play, so I'm just praying I don't roll those. The rest, I can accept like all the rest. It's like I'm confident enough in most games I play, I think.
there's a prepared man.
Are there any games you two are particularly afraid of?
Pendulum.
Troll King.
Ooh,
Because I didn't get time to finish it, and that game is very open, and I just want.
it's fair. Pendulum is surprisingly available. There's a lot of participants that actually did blacklist Pendulum because of how big it is.
It's a very common refrain. I believe we have 4 people blacklisting Pendulum and 5 blacklisting CoinStack 1000, making those 2 easily the most hated games in this list.
They won't have a lot of shots to show up. Yes, all of these are up on Delfruit. Well, without further ado, we're already 7 minutes past our set start time, so let's just roll the game. See what we're playing.
Everyone pray for a good roll.
I'm stopping it in now.
Oh my god!
Yes.
I swear it's not rigged.
Right off the bat.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you.
I honestly didn't believe it would happen. Especially the first match.
Unbelievably.
Man!
It's a good time. It's a good thing because we also have no matches scheduled until 5 hours from now. So you got
All
time.
the time in the world. So if you two want to have a 6-hour blind playthrough of this, go for it.
Well, please don't. Please, 5 hours max. Well,
I shouldn't have said anything.
the words of the devil.
Oh, it's going to be rough.
That's alright.
Now, see, the thing is, I don't need to rig it. I just have luck on my side, and whatever I want to show up happens.
You know, we can see who has Lady Luck on their side. Ubersaw wanted to roll this, and Mir did not want to roll this. So I think the Fates are playing clear favorites in this matchup.
Yep, I have not once touched this game.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Ooh. The real
Just
winner.
random question.
in
Do you
Cosmo.
play rhythm games?
Sometimes. I know that part exists, but I don't know anything about it.
Well, both participants, if you wanna just go live, and I'll set up the streams and get everything going.
Hold on. Let me open
yeah.
the game.
So for those who aren't familiar with the game, Pendulum is extremely long. And it's probably going to be the longest race we see at this event, which makes it incredible we rolled it first. The game is structured with you start in a hub in which you have to complete 12 different areas based on the hands of a clock. For the purpose of the tournament, we are making them go in a specific order. They're going to have to go from 1 to 12 on the clock. And after that, there is a brief finale section with a few extra bosses, and then a long final boss. Hopefully, This race is over. in
I
5
guess I'm gonna start streaming.
Yep, go for it.
This is the one game that's not up on Delphi, but if you want to play it, there is a download pack with all of the games in our Discord. Here's a link to the Discord in the Twitch chat if anyone wants to join and get the games from there.
It, how often do you have to press shift for a new game? Just gotta know.
It's just once. The moment you hit a
Okay.
new game, it'll start. If you don't have a save file. I think that looks pretty good. Did I miss anything? Nope, 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 nope. Alright, let's transition over. Stop the music and all that.
Alright. Do you want them to stream on Discord so we can watch it?
No, I mean, I'll send you the link so you can watch the streams. We'll move over to the commentators channel. I'll just use your audio mirror. Well, actually, I'll probably use Uber's audio because I think he might be a bit ahead of you in most segments.
Maybe.
I don't know. Like the first stages, I still have trouble with.
No, I have never played the game. Like.
Alright, well, if you want to count them down, we'll
Alright.
get started.
Actually, I'll tell my game's on high priority. It might be an issue.
So just a note on the
Alright,
structure.
now you can count.
We'll be splitting off into a separate commentators chat. You two will stay here, so you will be able to talk to each other and banter. We'll also be able to hear you, but you won't be able to hear us. At times, we might pop into your channel to talk to you, ask you questions, but in general, you won't be able to hear what we're saying. So,
Alright.
I will also say, Mir, since it's your first time, there is an options menu. You might want to check it out.
Oh,
Oh yeah, put it on easy. Important.
option. Alright, what am I looking at here? There's English.
Yeah,
Wow.
at the very least, put it,
Priority, normal high. Let's see how it is. Probably in background. Is that just like visual effects?
that's just visual effects. You might want to turn them off. Sometimes it can cause lag.
Difficulty. Oh, okay. Easy. That would have been an issue if I started on medium, I assume.
Would have been an easy. It would have been an issue, yeah. With
might have surpassed that 5-hour limit.
should probably specify. There we go. Category easy. Default BGM is restarting music. Yes.
Restarting. Hold on. Default. Okay, I see. Alright,
All right. If we're both ready, then I think we can properly count down.
Alright,
Good luck, have fun.
runners will be clicking the new game button. and
hold on,
three-
1 second, 1 second. Let me just. Alright, I guess.
Okay,
I am ready.
so we're going to be clicking the new game button in 3, 2, 1, and start.
Best of luck to both of you.
Good luck.
Okay. Up safe, so to figure it out for a second.
All right, let me just turn on Uber's audio. Will be this one. All right, never mind. Uber doesn't have audio.
All right. Here it is.
Oh, never mind. Hold on. I think I know what the problem is. No, I don't. Why don't I hear audio from either of them? No, Miri's just super quiet. This is like the worst audio I've ever heard from both of these players. How is this even possible?
You said you had a link to send me so I could watch it?
Yeah, hold on. Let me get you both of the links at least. Yeah, this is also my first time seeing these stages with no backgrounds. It's pretty wild.
Looks a lot less impressive than your run at FM.
Let me just DM these to you. If you put these on VLC, then should be able to get something. There's gotta be something wrong with my audio.
The open network stream option?
Yeah, you can do that.
Oh. Yeah, this is like problematic. I have to type it.
Yeah, the audio sounds pretty good level for me.
Yeah, there's gotta be something with my player. Hold on. I should have tested this first, although I'm... Why? Well, it's like sort of technical difficulties, but it's not really technical difficulties. At least you can watch it.
Hey, any fan game event is bound to have a slew of technical difficulties. We're not professionals like GDQ.
I like to think of myself as a professional sometimes.
Well, I'm not a professional, at least, then.
It's probably going through the wrong... Okay, hold on. This might be pretty loud. Hold on, I'm gonna figure this out. Usually, I think it's this one that I use.
Well, while Cosmo's figuring out the audio, both of our players are getting off to a good start. Ubersaw has taken an initial lead getting to the pirate ship. This is just a short avoidance fight before moving on.
Nope, still messed it up.
Mir is scared for his life.
This is weird. I've never heard audio like this.
So as Mir mentioned, this game has a fair number of traps, essentially things that will kill you in hopefully funny ways, making this game kind of memorization heavy, which is not a good sign for our player who hasn't played this game before. Can make our own noises for the game, I suppose. The pirate ship sounds like pew pew, but with more of a heavy sound that I can't quite make with my mouth.
How's this?
Cosmo's working on getting the audio issues resolved. Hopefully, should be good
I,
soon.
I might just have to. All right, here's exactly what's gonna happen. I'm gonna put on the playlist. Go install VLC, and then use that for the audio.
Alright, so we're gonna be jamming to some tunes for a minute here. No. Mira's caught up a bit. Both players are now on this helicopter save with the Mecha Koopas. Although Uber has now cleared the save, taking the lead once again. Uber's now moving on to a boss, fighting what appears to be Bowser.
Please
In
enjoy.
classic fan game fashion, you don't actually fight Bowser, he explodes.
Please enjoy the noises of installing VLC.
And now we get to see the true boss of this stage. Not Bowser, but an anime woman. Mir is having trouble already, unable to figure out how to defeat this helicopter.
Okay, let's see if VLC can do it better. It sounds normal.
That's not what you do.
Right. Sounds like Cosmo's audio issues have been fixed. Hopefully that carries over to the stream for all of you.
Probably not very well because it's desync right now. Which one's ahead of the other? This one? Okay, so if I just do a little pause. Of course it immediately fucked. I didn't say that. Why did it explode right after I did that? Come on, man. Working on it. I'll get this synced up, I swear. Right after I pause play, it does that. Alright, I'm gonna need to... It'll be a bit desync for a bit. I'm gonna like try to hurry up and like get a proper solution.
Wait, you just... No, there's no way, alright.
Alright, well, we'll have some semblance of audio. Apologies for the issues, everyone. In terms of the race, neither player has really moved on since we last spoke. Mir is still attempting to figure out how to beat this helicopter with the Mecha Koopas, and Ubersaw is still fighting an anime woman with llamas.
Go.
Ooh, Mir has to figure out the gimmick here.
I don't know. I actually don't know.
Mir's definitely gonna have a hard time with this being a blind playthrough, unfortunately.
Like, what's,
Yeah, we might have to tell him arrow keys.
but
I think he figured it out. Well, at least he knows how to throw up now.
but okay, well, okay, I guess that this is like the last thing I would have tried, but sure.
Mir has figured out the gimmick and defeated the helicopter. Now we can see if he makes this Mecha Koopa jump.
Oh, he figured out the
And
jump as well.
first.
All right, good.
First try. Mir now moves on to the boss. Of course, he first has to figure out how to dodge this trap with the fake boss. We'll see if he can do that in a semblance of speed.
Oh. Nah, I gotta watch the intro again, don't I? Of course.
Ubersaw's continuing to throw some llamas. Had a nasty death
Sorry
to a
about that.
peppermint
I
feast a minute ago.
did something. Stream coming back up in just a second. And I think I fixed the audio as well. No way.
Alright, well, hopefully the audio is fixed and the stream comes back.
Hold on, let's try this. See if this audio works, it was worth it. And it was worth it. Boom. I'm so good sometimes.
Alright. Technical issues resolved, everyone. Congratulations.
Let me just try to balance this real quick. Boom, there we go. Alright, VLC can get uninstalled again. Alright, everybody say goodbye to, well.
Goodbye, VLC.
That's good to know.
Was that emote called? Praise Cone. Alright, there's the equalizer. I need to turn off the equalizer.
Right, that.
So both players are on the same boss now. Ubersaw definitely has an advantage due to their knowledge of the fight, but perhaps Mir can clutch it out through pure skill.
I don't want to shoot the bomb. That doesn't sound healthy.
We have both players on the boss right now. This is... The bosses in this game are... I don't know if they're considered to be the hardest part, but they are very tough. Especially mostly because of the length. Like, this boss is several minutes long, and if you die at all, well, you're going back several minutes. Oop, but I think Uber just got it.
Alright, congratulations to Uber. But yeah, that is a theme in several games of this, in this tournament, where it's not about how many deaths you have, but where you have the deaths. A lot of these games have very, very long segments and longer bosses, as is typical of some of these big adventure games.
Shout outs
So
to
it's
Mir
really-
getting the idol Easter egg.
Dang it, Mir, we're not supposed to be secret hunting right now.
Mir on the final phase as well. He could clutch this out, honestly.
Yeah, Mir is certainly lacking in the knowledge, but he is a very skilled player. He is one of the few people to complete Needle's greatest accomplishment, FTFA Deathless.
Oh, he actually did just
And-
beat the boss.
Yeah, he is actually moving on to be right behind Uber, which is shocking for a blind playthrough.
This could be the big divider. This next stage, the one that Uber's on, is a pretty weird one. It's based on Fatal Frame.
Do you want to open the gate? What does that mean?
All right, let's go tell Mir not to do that. Hey Mir, you're not gonna do that. You just use the clock to select
My-
the levels.
No, no. Wait, are you? Oh my god, are you kidding me?
Am I a minute too late?
Oh my
There's
god.
no way. There's no way I just did that.
You-
Am I a minute too late?
All right, well,
There's no way.
you beat it once. You can do it again.
Did that.
Oh, this is a tragedy.
You beat it once. You can do it again. I was just a tiny bit too late.
Well,
Unfortunately,
that's
Mir
rather unfortunate.
Mir's lack of
That's
knowledge has punished him in
Well,
the most severe way, as he accidentally
it's
has
okay.
restarted a boss fight he beat. And like Cosmo said, this is a several minute loss, even if he first tries it.
Well, you can enjoy the idols on the left, but let's go back to what I was saying on the right. This stage is based on Fatal Frame, and
No, I made a terrible mistake.
I guess Uber's game crashed actually.
Ooh,
Oh, it did crash for you.
that's
this-
scary, yeah.
This has happened with a lot of players. I'm not quite sure why, but it seems that Pendulum has had a lot of issues for a lot of
That
players.
seems fair. I have to redo the boss and the game crashes for you.
That's unfortunately one of the reasons this game got blacklisted so much, aside from the length, is that it just crashes a lot for a lot of people. unfortunately we weren't able to really find a fix.
First wave, that's sunset.
But hopefully Uber can get back in here and maintain his lead as Mir has to redo a boss. Both players suffering pretty unfortunate setbacks here.
Alright, we got our player back.
So, you were telling us about Fatal Frame.
Yeah, Fatal Frame is a horror game, actually, where you have a camera and you take pictures of ghosts to do damage to them. I'm actually not sure. I've actually never played the series. I just know it. But yeah, so basically in this stage, you'll be often just opening your camera
Good.
to, take pictures of ghosts and defeat them. And it's a bit weird to get used to, and most importantly, it has one of the longest saves in the game.
Just in case.
Alright, Uber has collected the yellow ghost, as Mir has thankfully rebeaten the boss very quickly. And we'll also move on to the stage. But
Wait,
with this camera gimmick also comes a bit of puzzly nature. There are a few puzzly stages in this game, and this is probably where the knowledge
see.
difference will really shine. Mir might really struggle to figure out how some of the stage works.
In the meantime, Uber trying to make the way back to the first save. Basically, when you collect one of these special ghosts with your camera, they're going to apply a weird effect on you, then you have to make it back to a save to get rid of them.
What is that? Sure. Okay.
The stage features a lot of long backtracks, sort of like a Metroidvania almost, where you have to collect the ghost, then deal with weird obstacles to get back and unlock different paths and such.
Yeah. The signs do work. It's a regular feature of Game Maker. We generally don't see the signs when people are streaming.
Game Maker's a bit weird about how it handles that because they pop up in a separate window, which means they're not captured in the stream.
Uber a little lost right now. Doesn't seem like he remembers where the next objective is.
Do it for me.
Awesome, we get to see two blind playthroughs.
Okay, he found the button.
Is it a 4.5? Yeah, it is. What are you? Ah, this is fire. Well, I guess that doesn't work.
See, this Ghost Uber's fighting is going to take a few different hits to get rid of.
Ah, my bad.
He has to do it while underwater and dodging these little grabby hands.
Oh, no.
Alright.
Thought he was gonna get that. Yeah, that's usually what I do if I'm playing this game. I just completely ignore the ghost.
No, you're there. Please.
This looks nice on easy, honestly.
God damn it, the goddamn ghost. Be even.
It's been a long time since I've actually seen anyone play this game on easy. Looks pretty nice. I'm not gonna lie.
Required normal for the FSR, so I think that's going to be what everyone's playing.
You're so long.
Yeah, that's what I used to always speedrun. I completely removed the gimmick in this room. On the right, normally there's a little Mario fella stomping and causing the water to be electrified every couple of seconds.
Yeah. Cosmo's really experienced with this game. For those of you who weren't there, he did a run of this game on normal difficulty at Fangame Marathon.
Wait, no, I could have just done the
Normal
4.5.
difficulty is significantly harder, and it was a very impressive run. If y'all want to see this game run by people with a lot more experience with it, you should check that out afterwards.
Ubersaw forgetting to pop the camera there. That's the gimmick for that room, is you have to be in camera the entire time. Otherwise, you will see the ghost and the ghost will see you. And bad things happen when you look at ghosts directly. So don't do that in real life.
It's just in everyone, if you ever see a ghost, don't look at it, use your camera.
Phone camera probably works, I never tried.
I pressed the button wrong.
Yeah, this challenge means that Uber has to do this whole room, which is a moderately difficult platforming challenge, but with a small camera.
Not usually not. That should be good.
Uber moving on to dodge through some boo rings. Mir still stuck in the early stages of this
Why is the
level,
fire there?
as Uber finds this weird crab creature, and now goes back to this room to try to defeat the ghost once for all.
I forgot to put the camera on again.
Yes, he's had 3 deaths to this now.
I know.
Hopefully he remembers this time.
Confused here. Oh, you just go right, is that it? Is that the joke? That's the
Alright,
joke,
Mir,
huh?
Mir finds the yellow ghost, where Uber is on his way to take care of the blue ghost.
Uber now has this blur effect applied.
Okay,
This
I see.
Mir takes on the first ghost. Let's see if we can figure out how to kill it.
Oh my god, what is happening?
Appropriate response.
Why can I only run in
So
one direction?
what's the effect from the yellow ghost there?
You just run at hyperspeed towards the left, and there's nothing you can do about it. You can't go right at all. And so
Truly
there's only
terrifying.
one save that you can actually hit to get rid of the ghost. You just have to go all the way back to the very first save.
That still kills you. I don't know if I'm supposed
Uber
to do
hooks
this
the
or not,
red ghost
but
there.
Yep, Red Ghost is the longest segment in
gotta
this
do it,
game.
I guess.
The gimmick of the Red Ghost is that you cannot touch water while it's possessing you. And
Uber appears to have forgotten that.
thank you for the donation to Uber.
Why is this following me?
We see that while Uber has a clear knowledge advantage, having played the game before, he probably hasn't played the game that much before, so he's forgetting a lot of these parts.
Yeah.
Oh, and he falls in the water again. Looks like it was an accident that time, though.
Yeah, there's quite a lot in this. Actually, there's a really like a surprising amount of saves that are just like blocked off by water, so you have to go back very, very far with this ghost.
He's also collecting the upgraded lens here, which is necessary to progress in some other sections.
Yeah, so there's actually, you can see it right there. Mirrors in the dark room. With the upgrade that Uber just got, you can see in the dark room.
What's the yellow ghost do, man? Why is he there? What's the purpose?
Mir's still trying to figure out how to deal with this yellow ghost, as Uber has to deal with the crab again, and unfortunately does not dodge it so deftly this time.
I don't know.
I might have to throw Mir a helping hand here.
One direction with the
Hey, Mir.
yellow ghost.
Okay.
Am I misunderstanding
Can you
something?
actually just run
Hello?
in one direction?
So what you're doing with
Yeah.
these ghosts is you got to go back to a save after you get it.
Hello?
So what you're doing
I did go back to a save. However,
after you get it.
I did go back.
You got enough information now. You can figure it out. Good luck.
It,
You got enough information now. You can figure it out. Good luck. Oh, it's great hearing myself twice.
So Mir now has some hints. Hopefully this allows him
that's
to
what I
keep
did,
up.
I don't know.
Of course, now if he
But,
wins, we're gonna get some ethics complaints.
Eh, that's probably fine.
Like, yeah. That's. I did the thing. Now what? Can I touch it? No, that kills me.
Yeah,
Mir's still not exactly figuring out what to do after getting the save.
there's not that much you can do after that. You'll be fine. Uber struggling with this, obviously. It is, in my opinion, in medium, it's probably one of the hardest saves in the game.
Okay, I got the.
Uber figured out how to dodge
thing
the
now. Oh,
crab
it's-
spitter. Fortunately, yet another save blocked off by water.
Okay, taking with me.
Yeah, this next one, that's about it.
Oh, yeah,
Thankfully,
there it is. I'm
this
seeing
save here is
something
much
with
easier
water.
when you can see the whole screen. And now he makes it back to the save, and he's going to be collecting the red soul.
That's
As
it.
Mir appears to be trying to lead the other one around to take it somewhere else.
Where is he?
Unfortunately,
Yo, why does he just disappear?
truly unfortunate. Looks like Uber also doesn't remember exactly what he's doing.
He's
Sorry,
back
Uber,
in.
that path is
Oh,
still blocked.
oh my God.
While the first stage was close due to Mir's ability to improvise and, be good at bosses, unfortunately there is a much larger gap emerging here as we enter a more puzzly stage and the knowledge difference becomes apparent.
Yeah. You can see now on Uber's side, you can actually
Does
see in this
the-
dark room a little bit.
Thing just disappear when I do this.
All hope is not lost for Mir, of
I'm
course. There are
hoping
more
it
sages
does.
later that will rely heavily on skill, and he might be able to make a comeback. We saw in the first stage that Uber was struggling a bit with the boss, and there are certainly a lot of bosses in this game where Mir might have a chance to come back. But there are also a lot more puzzles.
Is it gone now?
There is an
what?
entire puzzle stage. I forgot about that.
Why are you still here? Oh my god. I don't know what to do with this.
Alright, Uber gets the last power-up he needs.
Like, what do I get from that? I don't get it.
Mir's
I
still
touch the
really
water?
struggling.
No. Die. Wait, kill him. Is that what I do?
I think he just figured it out. He'll be fine. Oh yeah, so as you briefly saw an Uber there, now you can move the camera around while you're in it.
I get dementia or something. Okay.
That dragon in the water is racking up quite the kill count.
It looks very easy to forget about.
It is. It absolutely is.
I have a horrible trap memory. I often die to the same trap 4 times, which is just at the beginning of a save. So that, when I eventually get around to playing
Yeah,
this,
I imagine I
that
murdered
dragon
him.
will
Then.
destroy me. Uber's now entering a boss, as the gimmick of this stage is now mixed with a boss fight. He has to take a picture of this ghost while also avoiding his attacks, which can lead to some quite harrowing situations, as he has to dodge attacks he can barely see while also maneuvering the camera.
Yeah.
What do you
You really got to figure out the right time. There's only so much you can do. He'll figure it out eventually. Maybe.
You say that, but watch him be stuck here for the rest of the race.
No, so you just figured it out. It's fine.
Awesome.
Oh,
Alright, time for the Mir comeback.
why would that?
As Uberside enters into this night vision part of the boss fight. The
Yeah.
boss is
Why
now
is
on
that
top
the
of him.
Thankfully, it doesn't look like
Is it gone now?
got the glitch. There is a. I think if you do some things in the black room in a weird order, you can actually get a small glitch that happens where the vision will be blurry and you have to reset your game.
Terrifying.
Yeah, it's unpleasant to have happen in a speedrun. Oh, you can actually stay down here the entire time in easy mode. Well, once again, just a part of the fight that was completely removed in easy mode. In medium, normally, there's electricity coming from the ceiling, and you actually cannot stay on the floor. You have to be on the platforms the entire time. And Uber is now done with stage 2. Is there a schedule for this? Sort of, but it's in the making.
Yeah, if you check the Discord, there's a schedule for the first round of matches today and tomorrow, as well as one Tuesday night. The second round of matches is going to be scheduled as soon as we know who's going to be there. Probably some of them starting Tuesday before the first round's even over, going into Wednesday, followed by semifinals Thursday, Friday, and a final match on Saturday.
Ah, the jammer. Alright, Uber entering the trap.
Uber entered stage 3, very trap heavy. Hopefully he can remember what to do on these. We've seen so far that he
sure.
has a decent memory of the game, but it's not perfect, and that imperfection
guess.
might hurt him in this stage with a lot of traps. They become very easy to forget.
The thwomp will get you.
Unfortunately, that does not necessarily bode well for Mir, as Mir is going to be actually finding all these traps completely blind.
One of my favorite stages to play, actually.
Yeah, I should take a look at the screen before.
For those who
guess
aren't familiar with the two different
10%.
difficulties, there's a normal mode and easy mode. We're playing on easy mode right now, which is significantly nerfed in a lot of ways. If you watch Cosmo's run from Fangame Marathon, he played on normal, and it is much more difficult. We have normal mode in the FSR situated at a Ruby tier game, which means its difficulty is about, what, 75 or something?
Something like that, yeah.
While easy mode is, I think, like Emerald tier, which makes it in the 60s.
That's probably
And
even easier.
Probably even easier.
Damn it.
Yeah, and with the exponential scale of difficulty, that equates to a very significant difference.
Let's sure this room doesn't seem very nerfed so far. I'm seeing on Uber's side. Thankfully, the integrity of the traps is still there. Although I hear there is no penalty area, which
Oh,
that is a tragedy. But thankfully, that
Perhaps-
means we don't have to get DMCA'd.
Yeah, perhaps best for our
Okay,
situation,
save.
but
Awesome.
penalty rooms are one of my favorite parts of trap games.
I love it.
I'm in general not
There's
a fan
the-
of this style of traps, but
there's the
penalty rooms
thing.
always make me smile.
Oh my. You told me earlier there was something. Said right now.
Uber's struggling here a little bit. Seems like he might have forgotten to do a little bit of his homework. Missed a question on the questionnaire.
Trap stages are one of the hardest things to practice for in the speedrun because it's kind of just
this is
pure
where the board is
memorization.
located. I see
And
him.
from what we saw last stage, it's probably been a while since Uber's played this, so
Went the wrong way.
a lot of these traps are going to be gone from his memory. Fortunately, he has a
Unfortunate.
significant lead, so he can afford to waste a bit of time on them.
Yeah, missing a question is, not as bad as missing the entire homework. The whole thing. Yeah, I might have not been generous enough with the estimate.
Dolsonic puts it at a 67.8. I could believe it, I guess.
This is
The final boss gets pretty hard.
Oh yeah, the
And
final
so
boss is actually the hardest thing in this game.
But this might be a running theme in the tournament. There are a lot of trap-focused games, and we've seen a lot of players who have not played all the games or who have only played some of the games once. And I think the trap games will probably really punish them. If we roll, for example, Dash the Hardship, which is just a pure trap game, some of these players might be really hurting.
Yeah. Mir just reached the red ghost, which
Let's see how long it takes him to figure out the don't touch water gimmick.
probably exactly 2 seconds.
Probably.
Red.
Uber has cleared another save, and Mira's figured it out. Hopefully.
There you have it.
And here we see Cerno from hit game series Toho. How do you pronounce it?
Yeah. There's just, it's the beast. Does he remember the fish? Nope, he does not remember the fish.
All the way back with this now. That's water.
A terrifying creature.
Oh, Mir actually nearly had it right there. Wow.
I did not just do that.
Mir certainly has experience in long saves. If there's anything he's good at, I hope it's that.
I don't know what it is. I just love watching Pendulum so much.
It's a very fun run to watch, certainly. There's a lot of diversity in this game, which makes it, very interesting to watch. Mir going from this traditional platforming sort of puzzly stage to Uber on this very trap-heavy stage with memes and references all over the place. And even compare that to the first stage, which was this like, you know, classic arcade side scroller with a lot of
Alright,
enemy fights.
There. Awesome.
Alright, Mir gets the red ghost, one of the hardest saves in the game, probably. Ubersaw versus Doraemon.
Oh, this is this. Okay.
This trap stage is definitely a big slowdown for Uber, but I can only imagine it might be a bigger slowdown for Mir. So
I thought I could see. Okay.
That's okay, because
Mir has
Mir is actually reading signs and figuring out what to do.
Okay.
And now he just has to fumble his way around this dark room.
It should say something about Mir's level of skill that he's even putting up a remotely close race on a completely blind playthrough.
That is very true, yeah.
The players both beat stage 1 at the same time. Remember, and unfortunately, its gap is widening now that we get to more learny stages, but there are still opportunities for a comeback. As Uber has an encounter with the OG troll, Trollface himself.
Okay.
The beast.
Yeah, we're holding C and pressing
Uber
F.
gets
That
destroyed by
is-
another
that is
recurrence of
pretty
that
good, yes.
pink cube guy.
It doesn't quite work though. Oh, now it does.
Alright, Mir also
Right.
figures out what his item just did.
There we go.
Oof. Uber dying to a last minute troll after the screen transition. Always a terrible fate.
That's a good question. Where do I go?
Mir's figured out he can move the
Let's go
camera, but
back.
he hasn't exactly figured out how to use
Guess
it
so.
to get through that gate yet.
Well, that's not how you go back. That certainly isn't how you go back.
Alright, Uber about to enter the second half of the third stage. The Beast's Kingdom.
We're now in a classic reference stage. Lots of games, characters, and various
Okay,
mimetic
now
trolls.
what? Like... ah,
You just gotta do the jump, Mir.
no, you can definitely go back. Here, right?
There it is.
Okay, yeah, I know where to go now.
Uber's having to run in some rock type
That's the
Pokemon.
problem.
It happens to the best of us.
This is open now. That's cool.
It's really a fitting troll at the end. I think Voltorb is one of the classic traps in a video game. You're looking at you want to get an item, and that turns out it's an enemy encounter. Truly innovative.
That's why not the Optimus Prime doing
Yeah,
that.
and he gets got by the distant explosion. A favorite of mine for sure.
Fake out traps are always one of the best.
Alright, Mir's on the boss now.
That is on now, isn't it?
Let's see how quickly you can learn how to do these patterns.
Oh, yeah, that's probably nothing for him.
Based on how fast he beat the first boss, this will probably not be difficult. Hopefully giving him a chance to recoup some of his time. Uber trying to remember how to dodge this final troll.
What are you? Hello, help?
What are you, hello help is definitely
Yeah, I see how it is.
a strong sentence. Running around is like actually the worst thing you can do in there. I was surprised you lived that long. If Mir gets to the portal stage, I will probably just say go play the go check out a video.
Consume the bullets.
There's nothing you can really do about it. I'm sorry, man.
Unfortunately for Mir, there is a portal stage which is very puzzle heavy, and probably not a good thing for him. Hopefully Uber remembers how to do all the puzzles though.
Yeah, that would also be unfortunate if Uber doesn't remember.
Otherwise, we might get to see a rare instance of blind puzzle solving in our race.
Okay.
Blind video watching.
Ooh. Race is gonna come down to who can load a YouTube video the fastest.
You know, Mir's internet has not been, you know, known to be very good. This might be an Uber advantage.
But that didn't get him, really?
And that slight advantage could be enough to cinch this race. It's very close so far, and seconds count.
And minutes. And hours, too.
Hours certainly would count.
I did not just do that.
Alright, I gotta uninstall VLC. Alright, we get to listen to the sounds of uninstalling VLC.
Speedrun marathon ambiance, 10 hours.
Oh, yeah,
Ah, the jammer.
Creature returns.
The creature. Visual and audio. There you go, that's the sound of uninstalling VLC.
Both players are now on a boss. Uber has taken a solid stage lead on Mir,
Okay.
unfortunately, especially due to Mir's slow time figuring out the gimmick of this stage.
It's okay, Mir is through the stage now.
Okay, good. Awesome.
Mir will be moving on to the trap
it's
stage.
okay if I don't trust.
We'll see how difficult this is for him to learn blind.
Probably not that much, I would assume. Yeah, from here, I honestly don't think the gap will be widening that much.
I know Mir is a very talented needle player and avoidance player, but I don't know if he has too much experience with adventures. We'll see how good his trap intuition is.
Huh?
Traps are usually designed so that you cannot predict them, but as you play a lot of adventure games, you often get a sense for common traps and how to find them. The first time you successfully dodge a trap in a fan game is often a good feeling for you. It's finally a flying spike that didn't end in your demise.
The clock is on 2.
Alright, Mir forgot that he's supposed to go to stage 3.
The gate doesn't open.
Mir has forgotten how to count, or maybe he just thinks that clocks are 0 indexed.
This could be true.
Why? Hell?
It's also my first time seeing this Mega Man X stage with no background.
No. Why this? Why?
It's very haunting, just the endless void in the background. Superstars entered into stage 4, maintaining a stage lead on Mir, as the stage is there the auto-scroller.
1, doesn't it? Oh my god.
Alright, Mir figured out that this is not 0 indexed. He stopped being a programmer for a second.
It's happens to the best of us.
I don't know why I thought I started at 12. Because, stupid.
Ubersaw's also struggling to remember some of the traps in this auto-scroller, and as is auto-scroller tradition, each death here is a massive loss of time.
It's actually not that bad, honestly. This auto scroller is only like 30-ish seconds long at best. He's making
that
it
is
away.
not too bad. We have some much longer saves than this.
Oh yeah. Well, this is in generally like a pretty short stage. There's not a lot of long saves here at all.
I'm guessing it must be a short stage, considering I don't remember it at all from your FM run.
Yeah, it's one of the shortest. I mean, all the stages, honestly, when you know how to do them, they're all pretty short. But I think if you do this stage optimally, it's probably like 3 minutes.
Okay, well, that was obvious.
Very speedy. I think it's. Actually, I'm not gonna say that because I don't actually know that, but it's like based on Mega Man X5, 4. One of those.
I can say. Never played a Mega Man. But
As boss 4 is still a complete random pain, even on on easy. Because yeah, the boss of this stage is definitely a beast. I'm saying
yeah,
beast a
now we
lot.
enter into the non-auto-scrolling section. We have this gimmick where there's these little buttons that stick out. You have to shoot them several times to open the way forward. We also see enemies in traditional Mega Man fashion. Mir's still struggling with the traps on the first save here. In the trap area. Hopefully he doesn't fall too far behind from this.
Yeah, I'll be fine.
Uh,
So one of the main gimmicks of this fourth stage right here is that every single wall is a climbable wall.
It's just vines everywhere, right?
Yep. Mighty number 9 inspired stage. Now, I don't. You know, I was gonna say I don't think there's anyone out there that I know that who likes that game, and I don't think there's anyone who likes that game.
Hopefully the developers, maybe?
I'm not sure about that either.
Oof, yeah. Ubersaw neglecting to go for the health pickup.
Reasonable. It's just an achievement, I think. It's probably not even an achievement.
okay, that makes
Mir
sense.
has entered the second save on the trap stage. Finally gained past those dang thwomps. We'll now see how he deals with
Yeah,
lasers.
That also makes sense.
Well, the bat on this save was removed. On Uber's side, normally there's a tiny bat just flying around, trying to get you.
It's terrifying. Bats are always the worst enemy in a video game. Terraria, Crypto Necrodancer. Anytime bats show up, they suck.
That does make sense. Yes.
I feel like I can probably think of a couple worse enemies.
Yeah, the Bat Boss in Crimson.
Well, all right, you make a great compelling argument there, actually. Oh, yeah, Magic Tower bats also kind of suck. All right, you might be onto something.
God damn it.
Oh yeah, that was a pretty short stage. Uber just about reached the end now.
He's on the boss.
Yep, that's the boss. The problem with this boss is that the arena is very small. You got to use the walls, and kind of just you never know what he's gonna do next. Looks like he has quite a bit less HP though.
Uber's already halfway
Okay,
through this
so-
fight. Fortunately, now he has to go completely aerial.
Yeah, that's the thing. If this guy takes the floor, then it's gonna be a bit of pain. These bullets that crawl across the walls are also a lot slower.
Even for experienced fan gamers, Vine physics are a terrifying beast. For new players, they are completely incomprehensible. Even for experienced players, once you know how to deal with them, they still are fairly janky and finicky.
Oh yeah, no, the vines are just jank central.
Remember, everyone, if you're trying to get a friend into fan games,
no
recommend them a
traps,
game
wow.
that doesn't have vines.
Crazy.
Oh yeah, a classic death there. You can't really see what's going on around you. So if the bullets decide to crawl above you, well, Unless you have a really good memory and like can figure out where all the bullets are at any time, then you're probably gonna get had. Who thought the
Well,
vine
Mir is-
mechanic was a good idea? Well, the original creator.
Meanwhile, Mir has completed a few more saves. He's onto this one with these laser bolts.
Yep. No penalty room in the easy version of the game. Yeah, normally if you fall off screen in a couple of rooms in this trap stage, then you'll be sent to a penalty room that you have to do before you can go back to the previous save.
A trap game classic. It's just
Now it's spraying.
a room with some anime music, probably dancing figures, and annoying platforming designed to take your time up until you can get back to the save you were on.
Except we don't get anime music. We get Ricky Martinez.
Like Cosmo said earlier, it's probably a good thing it's not in here, otherwise we'd get DMCA'd.
Yeah, it's probably fine, but it's better not risk it. You can have my quick rendition. Upside, inside out, living la vida loca. That's it. Any more than that, and
Boss?
I'm at risk of lawyer damage.
True.
Alright, Uber about to enter stage 5, which I believe is the Yoshi's Island stage. Is it Hour? Yep, Hour of the Dragon.
No more trolls. Well,
This is another very short stage as well.
Mir has defeated the creature save, but he is now meeting the pink cube,
wow, I
soon to
did
be his
actually
worst
like-
enemy.
Oh god. All these stages without backgrounds, it's I've never seen these.
I don't trust this.
As for those in the audience, they turned off backgrounds to reduce lag. There's normally backgrounds here. The game is not as low production value as it might look right now.
Now you say that, but Pendulum, I believe the first version of this game was actually released in 2015. Don't underestimate the power of old adventure games.
Yeah. Old adventure games are a different beast.
Oh.
My favorite beast. Yeah, this Yoshi's Island stage is honestly pretty similar to the Mega Man stage that we just saw. Just a couple traps, some zoomed in platforming.
Pretty standard adventure platforming here. Some enemies, some coins, mushrooms, and a few traps. Uber has failed this last jump several times now.
Yeah. What you're normally supposed to do is just to wait for the platform not to spin so you can actually land on it.
Mirror's entering into the troll face.
I did not even finish Ash because it's just like terrible.
Mirror talking about how much he hates Ash.
Yep. I'm actually surprised by how many people blacklisted Ash as well. No, I'm saying that, but I'm realizing the only two people who blacklisted Ash are these two people playing right here. So, never mind. I'm retracting my statement.
They doubly couldn't roll it. Unfortunately, did not save them.
Yeah, that's what you get. Ash is just another adventure game that can be rolled.
Ash is now with the long games. It's probably the third longest race we'll have, behind this and Heartbeats.
That is probably true, yeah.
There are a few that have potential to be a bit longer, but Ash is a very long game.
Yeah, maybe stop the simulation as well. It could be there.
Coin stack, depending on how good their muscle memory is with those gimmicks.
Or who gets it. Justice as well has, some lengthy potential. Yeah, Pendulum was the longest game actually, with the only... I'm actually not sure. I think there's a couple runs of Easy that have been recorded, but the record time is 1 hour 45. It can be a lot better than that, but it takes a lot of time to get good here.
When we were selecting the games, we tried to have an average of around like the half-hour to an hour range, but we also purposefully picked several outliers with a few games that are really long and a couple games that are shorter.
Oh, well,
Last night I was really wondering what we were going to roll today, and I was really hoping we weren't going to get one of the short ones, because we rolled like Nostalgia. It might be like 15 minutes long. And that's not very exciting for the first race. So
yeah.
I am
There's
excited
so
we
much
rolled
time
Pendulum,
to
the
these tracks,
longest
it's
race
like
on the
spinning
list.
every time.
It's probably the best time to roll Pendulum right now, because it's the most open the schedule's going to be for a bit, probably.
If Anuj and Flavia are in the chat, thank you guys for rescheduling. We might have had some issues with your match if this goes too long.
That is true, that is true.
Hi, yeah, that's fine.
Let me just increase the estimate to 3 hours. Thinking about it now, it's just, you know, it's you know. Which one's the
So we have
estimate? There it
one-
is.
We have one person who's
Why-
completely blind and one person who has probably not played the game more than once, I'd say, based on his lack of memory on some of the stuff.
That sounds about right, honestly.
No, of course something had to happen, dude.
A lot of the players were struggling to get practice in. I know there are several people in the bracket who have not even played every game or have only played every game once. And there are also a few people who have actually practiced a lot of these games and multiple times and gotten good at some of the speedrun strats.
They're just single.
And as the event goes on, we'll see how much of an advantage those people have.
Yep. Honestly, I was betting on Uber going pretty far, but I'm not too sure anymore. I think the most popular pick has been Gaffadil by a lot of people to be the winner.
Gaffin and Eva are the names a lot of people have been throwing out. Although certainly it's anybody's game. As evidenced, I know a lot of people are also rooting for Uber here, but it appears that he didn't have time to practice every game more than once, which puts him at a pretty big disadvantage. It's really going to come down to who practiced more and if they get lucky with the game rolls. I think really this tournament could be anyone's game at this point. But, well, we'll just say Gaffadil is certainly a terrifying opponent. She's the one who put together a sheet with all of the previous world records and such for games. That is what I used when finding reference runs to learn some of these.
Yeah, Gaffo has done a couple of really good speedruns. Definitely has the most experience of anyone in terms of like coin stack.
Of course something.
Fortunately, that does mean she is blacklisted from CoinStack, because we don't allow people who have really good
No,
runs on games already to roll them, because it would be a pretty unfair advantage. Uber's trying to figure out how to get past this wall over here.
Yeah, what you're supposed to do is to bait this thing into the spikes, but it doesn't make much sense.
No, something's
Feels like he's figured it out.
And something happened.
As Mira is trying to get past Ryu here. He's nearing the end of the stage, but in that time, Uber has already cleared the next stage and has a pretty significant lead, so it's not really enough for Mira to come back quite yet.
Okay, there'll probably be, I think, if I had to guess, by the time they both beat their bosses, the Uber will probably be 2 stages ahead.
Mir's on the
Yeah, this-
Cerno boss. We'll see how well he does.
Probably pretty well.
Well, Mir is pretty far back at this point. The next 2 stages are, as we're seeing, platforming focused. Probably easier for Mir to clutch out first try. This is a bit of a chance for him, but probably starting to lose hope as he's getting a 2-stage disadvantage. And there is still the portal stage to come, which may be the great equalizer. Or the
Yeah.
Riven Heaven stage, which also might be the great equalizer.
Oh, yeah. I don't know how well he does at rhythm games.
For those who don't know, stage 12 of this is just a pure rhythm game. It's
Oh.
supposedly quite difficult, even on easy mode. So if one of these players is much less experienced at rhythm games than the other, that could be a huge chance for a comeback, or for Uber to maintain the lead.
Let me see if I can turn up the audio a bit more.
Now, Uber has cleared the boss as Mir is still stuck on Cerno, but he is reaching towards the end of the fight. So hope he'll be able to move on soon and be finally out of Trap Hell. And Uber's now going to be entering stage 6.
Right. There you go. Awesome.
And this is the Undertale stage, right?
Oh boy, yeah.
Good times.
This is the killer of speedruns, as I like to call it.
Are these encounters random then?
Every single encounter is completely random.
Ah, Pokemon rules. Classic.
Yeah, it's Pokemon, but every single tile is grass.
And we see the first time Uber gets to meet the Chupacabras.
Not the last time. Not the...
Far-
Yep, there,
far
there it
from the
is.
last time.
There it is. You try to leave the room. Nope. Just an encounter right there.
Thank you for the raid, Logic PQ. We've hit over 100 viewers. 170 it looks like. I'm excited everyone's turned out for the event. Hope you're all having a good time.
Oh, there was something up there.
As Uber gets to fight more Chupacabras, and Mir tries to decipher this auto-scroller.
Yeah, the Chupacabra is one of the harder enemies to kill, honestly. Just because of you can spawn anywhere. Sometimes the bullets just say, well, you know, please don't go there.
Classic Undertale gimmick. Those who don't know, the blue lines you cannot move when they touch you, and the orange lines you have to move when they touch you. And we got a bit of a Sokoban puzzle
Okay.
here.
I know
Try
where.
to push the rock without
that?
dying to the laser beam.
Thankfully, it looks like he remembered the solution.
Now he has to dodge a stream from this magma creature.
Oh, that's the thing.
And it looks like he's in the clear.
I don't know whatever.
Unfortunately, Uber did not go the down way first. Actually, 2 switches you have to hit here to open the path. You only have to do 1 gate on easy. Alright.
I forgot.
Uber's proven his mastery of needle.
He is our needle expert. Well, actually, they're both our needle experts, I guess.
Now there's a classic directional tile puzzle.
And this has a pretty weird answer, so...
Again.
As we've
Need to
already seen,
stop
there are some
forgetting
traps
these
with
things.
some of the tiles reversing on him. And he has successfully found the hidden tile and solved the puzzle. Now he's pressed both buttons and he can move on. After fighting another apple.
Yeah, on medium, normally you would have 1 on each tree there, so you have to do 3 gates, actually. Oh, another random encounter.
Chupacabra.
In this stage, you can wall them. Wow. Pretty awesome.
Chupacabra. Chupacabra, if you will.
Like,
Chupacabra.
It's not.
It's very funny that this degree is varying degrees of faithfulness to original games. Like some of them, like we see with Mir, it just looks like straight out of a Mega Man game. Then this Undertale section is intersposed with Chupacabras.
Yeah.
Fine. It's a whole shift.
Alright, now Uber has entered the level 2 section of the Undertale area, which means, get completely different fights from the earlier section.
Alright. And he once again has to find some buttons to open a gate. Oh,
Unfortunately,
boy.
the button is now a Bomberman.
Bomberman. Crazy.
Okay, that one also thing. Oh,
Yeah, this is one of the longest string of... Words are not coming out of my mouth quite right today. But this is one of the longest screens in the game, I would have to say.
These bombs are going very, very slowly, and he has put a lot of them. And
Yep.
there's traps and
Yep.
some puzzly elements. This is going to be a very punishing section.
Yeah, so
Probably
there's
a lot
that
of
little
death
dog.
and very slow.
Yeah, so you can actually get Bomberman style power-ups here. The only one that's actually useful for going faster is the one that lets you place more bombs. Oh, and I think Uber's game crashed again.
And he has had a second crash. Very unfortunate. Thankfully, though, he has enough of a lead that it hopefully won't matter.
that is.
Yippee!
Okay.
Oh, Mir got the big head.
What does?
Mir is approaching the end of the Mega Man stage, but there's still another full stage to go before he's on the same stage as Uber.
Yep.
But as we've seen, Mir's ability in the platforming stages is very good, and this is certainly a chance for him to catch up.
Yeah, so now that we can see the screen again, the couple of traps that we have here, at the top left, there's a dog with a tail on fire. If you try to kill it, it'll just kill you instead. There is Temmie in the top right. Temmie, not much of a trap, but a very random movement, so very unpredictable. Better to keep her for the end.
Unpredictability is always the hardest trap.
Yep. And we get the Void Dog in the bottom right. The Void Dog, if you try to hit it, will start rocketing towards you. Sadly, that's at the very end, so it's pretty tough. You definitely don't want to hit that one.
No.
There is an achievement for getting through this screen without killing any of the dogs, I believe.
Pacifist mode in classic Undertale fashion.
Yep.
There's a power-up.
Yeah, I actually would try to avoid that fire power most of the time.
What does it do?
Just make sure your explosion a bit bigger.
It seems like a lot of these situations are going to be more of a hindrance than a help.
Yeah, since the bomb does kill you as well.
yeah,
The bomb power up is very nice though.
And that's the faster placing one.
Yeah. So now Uber has to open up this area so he can blow up the switch next to the Void Dog.
He's got to be very, very careful here. Let's see how he does.
Yeah, this one should be fine.
A late death here is going to be very punishing for
Yeah,
him.
this is why having the fire is pretty bad. Is that gonna hit the Void Dog? It is. Uh-oh. Alright, prayers for Uber. I don't think he's making it through this.
So that's Uber's avoidance skill. Oh,
Eh,
he's
nope.
stuck on a rock.
Yeah,
He
it's
was
stuck on a
very
rock.
close, actually.
Surprisingly close, yeah. Maybe his strat involves actually hitting the dog, but I personally find it easier to just try to place the bomb at the right time and have the fire not hit the dog.
Now, Mir's on the Mega Man boss. We'll see how his needle skill translates to vine movement in this boss fight.
His avoidance skill ain't too bad either. I'll be back in just a minute. I'll leave you to commentate.
Alright, see you soon. So, Uber's got the bomb power up early, and also the flame power up again. He did pick that up again, despite what we were saying about it might be more harmful than good. However, the bomb power up is certainly very good and will allow him to clear this a bit faster. And now he's reaching the end again. We'll see how he deals with these few difficult enemies. We'll see if he gets stopped by the Void Dog again. Mir is past the halfway point of the boss. We're avoiding this instance of the fire power-up. Ooh, look, he's got 2 of them there. That could be very tricky. And he's activated the Void Dog again. But, oh, he was so close. He hit all of the switches, but at the last second, set him back another very long period of time. If Mirror's clear the stage, he's going to be moving on to stage 5. This is the Yoshi's Island stage. He is still a full stage behind Uber, unfortunately. So we'll see if he can close the gap. He certainly has maybe an advantage in raw skill. We've seen him clear some of these bosses faster and platforming faster, but he's lacking in knowledge, having only this being his first playthrough of the game. Unfortunately, even if he starts to catch up here, the Undertale stage looks very back to being kind of learny, with puzzles and a lot of traps. Especially this screen that Uber's on, I can only imagine will be even more punishing for Mir, with some kind of late traps like the Void Dog that he might struggle to avoid.
And most importantly, right after the Undertale stage is the Portal stage.
The Portal stage is probably going to be a pretty big time sink for both of our players, as Uber has demonstrated he doesn't have a perfect memory of this game and the puzzles, therefore it might be pretty hard.
And he's made it out.
Uber's finally passed the room. While you were gone, he had another late death to the Void Dog.
Yeah, I just sort of figured.
And now the gates have been replaced with, whatever you call these.
Sideways
People players
gates.
in chat answer.
It's a gate, but it's sideways. It's a sideways gate.
Yeah, that's simpler than most needle names. I've learned to expect just something weird from the community, but Sideways Gate is perfectly apt there.
I am definitely going to have to tell these players how to get past this if they don't figure it out. I'm remembering the Undertale, the final section of Undertale.
Screen goes funny.
So in this last room here, what you have to do is go 8 like lanterns to the right, and then you can go back left, and then you reach the boss. It makes no real sense. That's it. It makes no real sense. Isn't it 10? No, it's 8. Might be even less. Yeah, Uber remembers.
Does appear to remember, though.
Mir.
Good for him, but that's probably going to be a pretty big obstacle for Mir when he gets there.
Mir's gonna need a helping hand there for sure.
And we get to Flowey, everyone's favorite Undertale villain.
A little jammer.
Okay, well, I expect something like that to happen.
I was excited. There's a lot less bullets here than there would be in medium.
I'm not sure if it's just a screen.
We might be seeing a lot of Undertale themed stuff in this tournament. If we see heartbeats, we're gonna have an entire Deltarune themed final
yeah,
boss.
It does change something, right?
Oh yeah.
No way, it's
And
just a screen being funny.
I think there's also Undertale in Ash.
Yeah, maybe a stage or two. I can't remember.
I watched it last night, and I'm pretty sure it's the last stage, I think.
I remember I
Wish
played
I
Ash,
remembered
but
that for having watched it last night, but Uber's now moving on to stage 7. He has crossed the halfway point of the game, and we're an hour and 13 minutes in. A bit more. It's looking like that 2.5 hour estimate was definitely too short.
I thought I would make this.
And this 3 hour estimate might be pushing it, depending on how long the final boss and some of those later sections take.
That's fine. I won't push it any further. Anyway, this is seriously. This is just the. I think there might be a couple like different rooms, but for the most part, this is just a tutorial stage of VVVVV.
That's a trap.
Yeah.
Narrowly dodging, but then forgets it comes around. As Mirror's running away from the giant chain chomp, and he makes it to the next save. VVVVV is one of my favorite games. I played a lot of it back in the day.
Uh,
But it always makes me
I
happy
think
to see a
it's
reference in
taking
fan
it.
games, which it is a lot. And this is a very faithful reference. This is very similar to the original game.
Yeah, up to the boss.
oh.
This actually looks completely unchanged on easy compared to normal.
They decided it was easy enough already.
I guess actually there's a missing spec at the bottom of this drop right here. That's about it though. I'd have to assume the final room is nerfed a little bit as well.
This is a classic room from the original game, although it looks like it's been made pretty a lot harder in this version.
Ah, the fuck is happening here?
Mirror's freaking out by this dancing lady.
Happens to the best of us.
So it's very out of place. It's very very sudden. You're playing Yoshi's Island and there's that.
Well, you know, I mean, I haven't played Yoshi's Island in like 15 years. It could be in there. I don't know.
It could. You never know.
Alright, let's see this room.
Ooh. Busted.
It looks pretty much. Maybe the treadmill on the second one is removed.
Oh, jeez.
Maybe these are two pretty precise flips.
Something funny's gonna happen. Yeah, it's not like that.
Ah, yeah. On normal mode, that second one is a treadmill actually, so you have to keep moving on it.
Right, and
Okay,
Uber's
I
reach a
guess.
teleporter.
That happened.
You'll be moving on to a boss fight, which is
Oh.
not VVVVV at all. It's
No.
another anime woman.
Yeah, so what you have to do here is you have to get these power-ups that are in the corner by just living long enough. But then that lets you shoot through the middle pretty nicely. Ah, I picked up a power-up just as it was about to run out. Yeah, it's mostly just like a little bit of avoidance, then you get a little bit of damage, and you get a little bit of avoidance, and a little bit of damage.
That's not exactly what I was meant to do, is it?
Mira's struggling on the same save that had Uber stumped. Has to figure out how to bait this enemy into the spikes.
What exactly am I supposed to do about this? Oh.
He's
I
figured it
see.
out pretty fast, actually.
Yeah.
Let's see if he can figure out how to deal with the second one. And he dodges the trap.
No
That's
problem at
pretty
all.
good.
That one.
It was one of the easiest bosses in the game, mostly just for the fact that you can't actually die in here. Even if you die, you just respawn in the boss.
It's a very, very simple looking boss. As Mirror's moved on to the Triceratops boss. This is really just a waiting game for Uber. He is nearing an end here.
Yeah, takes a death, unfortunately.
Takes a death, but on this boss it's a minimal slowdown. as
Yeah,
well.
minor setback. You lose your power-up.
You would actually die on this boss, I imagine would be a major block if you died.
Oh
Lose a lot
yeah,
of power.
usually a lot of these attacks are insanely hard. Alright, I
Alright.
believe it's portal time.
Yeah, Uber's moving on to stage 8.
Kill.
And he has a pretty
Okay.
convincing lead at this point.
It's
Although-
portal time, yep.
Mir has moved on from Yoshi's Island, is on to Undertale.
No, Yosh. Well, no.
Oh, nope, there's more.
Okay, take.
No, it's Undertale, you're right.
Yeah, you're right.
Actually, it's still a 2-stage lead.
Now let's see how well Uber remembers these portals. Puzzles with portals.
I would have to assume Uber can get through here without too much trouble, but...
Undertale.
Here gets a very early fight, and he doesn't know they're random yet, so he's not resetting. Meanwhile, Uber has successfully maneuvered a block into place and is on to chamber 3.
The
Uber
journey.
going pretty fast through his puzzles so far. It seems like his memory at them may be better than we estimated. Although we're still in a simple stage of them.
Yeah, this is where Portal gets confusing.
He does remember you can shoot down the lights, which is a pretty pivotal feature.
I'm
Ooh, he narrowly misses landing that block.
not sure why he's trying to do that. You can actually just push it off. Oh, that's a squish, yep.
Oh, there's a bit of an issue.
You're trying to figure out the much easier puzzle in Undertale. Hopefully he knows how to push this block.
Actually a bit confusing. You have to do some stuff that you wouldn't think you'd be able to do.
It's a need edge for it down there. Oh,
Uber successfully lands his little trick shot to get that block in place.
I see how it is.
Now he's got the laborious process of pushing this light bar back over. But
Right.
Uber's now in chamber 5. Mira's still trying to figure out what to do with this rock.
Yeah, it's not. Okay, no, I get it. Fine. I was about to say it's not optional, but
And Mira's figured out that you can push it
do I
through
get
the
it?
laser without dying.
No. Yeah. I
Yep.
get
Alright, he's got
it.
it.
Like this.
He's got it.
Chamber 5 actually probably the longest chamber in Portal.
Yeah.
Let's see if Mira can dodge the lava spit.
Oh,
Bit
surely.
close.
No
Ah,
She
trouble.
got that very close with those lasers.
Minor
But he's through.
fine. Alright.
And Uber still on this long puzzle. But it looks like he pretty much knows what to do. Chupacabra has returned.
The beasts.
A lot of beasts in this game.
It's a game of beasts. What can I say?
Oh my god, please. There we go.
You're already expressing exasperation with the Chupacabras. I hope he enjoys the rest of this game.
Hey, I remember this part. In Undertale, well, that was
Well,
bad.
this is an unfortunate puzzle.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Just don't go there.
Let's see if Mira can find that hidden
Ah,
tile.
hell. No. That just always kills you, I assume. Well, that would kill me anyways, but yeah, okay.
Uber dies to
No,
the shrapnel after
seems
successfully
pretty
maneuvering the wrecking ball.
Well, this is also not optional, that's for sure. Huh? What do you want me to do?
Now, what do you want me to do? Yeah, that's an accurate one.
Poor Mir trying to solve this like a puzzle when really it's just a
Right.
guessing game.
Oh my
And he finds it.
god. Okay,
That was much faster than it could have been.
an accent.
We take those. We
That
definitely
works.
take those.
That accident is huge for Mir. He could have been stuck on that for a long time.
Gate. Holy shit.
Unfortunately, it's looking like it might not matter as Uber is blazing through the portal stage. It looks like his memory on these puzzles is actually quite good. He hasn't really struggled with any of them yet.
Wow. Who just guessed? Okay.
This puzzle has honestly my least favorite solution in the game.
Yeah, compass here. Oh.
So what you have to do is you have to take the ghost, your soul or whatever, and there's actually another screen to the right. So you have to go over there.
Oh. Well, that's
That's not what I
horrible.
have to do.
It is pretty bad, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, and looks like this is where Uber's memory falters, which is a very unfortunate place for it.
My bad.
Oh, no, I got it.
He figured it out.
There is actually a small hint system in this stage where you can press H and see a small hint. Doesn't really help that much on most of them, but
It's always good.
We'll see how long that takes Mir when he gets there.
well, I'm just gonna find a video from you and say,
Yeah.
hey, use this.
Probably for the best.
I think Uber might have just screwed this up.
Oh. You remembered the secret, but you might be starting with the rest of the puzzle.
I see.
Yeah, it looks like he'll just be doing a little loop-de-doop.
These dogs are probably deadly. I don't trust them.
And Mir's moved on to the Bomberman screen. We'll see how long this takes him. Probably a significant amount of time, as I assume he'll die to some of these traps. But the stage also took him Uber quite a while. And Uber is through the puzzle. He's on chamber 8.
I saw that his tail was on fire. I had a feeling.
Mir dies to the bomb trap.
Trials and tribulations.
Yeah, I get a bomb. Additional bomb, that's cool. And range. Okay, so don't murder this guy. Got it. I said it earlier. Don't. That's close.
Uber looks like he's trying to remember what to do here.
That's not quite it. That blinking light at the top is your best friend. Well, I wouldn't say best friend, but at least a friend.
I'm scared of the consequences of murdering.
He's remembered.
I'm not gonna even try.
Did not remember in the right order, though.
Never mind, I'm gonna kill him. Die? Ah, that's so close.
Versus the Temmie now.
Be stupid. Go in. No.
Let's see if he can deal with her fast.
Please be stupid.
Probably not, honestly.
Oh,
God
she
damn.
dodges another one.
Okay.
So you're just gonna try to ignore?
I'm scared
Oh,
of him.
no, yeah, you're
no,
done.
Why did I do that? Why did I do that? Why did I...
Ooh, and Mir kills himself.
Temmie is an avoidance god, sadly.
Uber's making progress on the puzzle.
I'm actually not sure. Can you even shoot this light upwards? I've never tried it. Yeah, no, you can't.
Apparently not. That's an unfortunate mistake. This puzzle's quite long. It's costing him a fair bit of time.
Schedule? You
Fortunately
make it.
for Mir, doesn't quite matter because Bomberman.
Yeah. We should probably get a schedule command up. But currently the schedule is we have another match at 4 p.m. Eastern time, so about 3 hours from now, and another match at 6 p.m.
Okay, time to unleash the horrors again, I guess.
There'll be a bit of a gap in between the next two matches, the stream will go down for a while
No, I can't trap him.
due to
It's
a last-minute
impossible.
reschedule.
Oh shit! I killed him.
But the next two matches tonight will be consecutive. If there is a gap due to an early finish, we'll be doing a bit of a podcast sort of thing, I guess. We'll find something to talk about.
Range. I love it. I'm scared actually of that range. It's fine.
Uber successfully uses the
Okay,
lamp as
what's
a
gonna
shield to
happen?
dodge the bullet.
I'm gonna kill this guy.
Final
I
puzzle
don't wanna find
for
out. I don't trust it.
Uber.
Taking a risk.
Another pretty wonky one, honestly.
We'll see if Mir can figure out how to deal with the void dog.
Honestly,
Yeah, like
he got like five fire power-ups. The bomb's too big. He's gonna have to hit the void dog.
If anyone can dodge the void dog, it's Mir.
okay, more.
Another fire
stuff.
power up.
Yeah, I shouldn't take so much range. That's fine.
Bombs have pretty extreme. range
Okay,
right
this could be bad. Yep.
now. Ooh, yeah.
I knew something bad is gonna happen.
That's a very punishing dog to have at the end. If you don't know what it's gonna do, it can totally
God
screw
damn
you.
it. Well, what do I do about that? Oh, wait, no, you can't. You couldn't, right?
Uber seems to have forgotten the solution for this chamber, which is honestly completely fair. It's one of the toughest ones. By toughest, I mean it's more obscure.
Fortunately, it is one of the toughest ones. Being the final puzzle would have been nice for him to remember the solution. But he has ample time to waste without even being in danger of losing the race at this point.
That's fair. Honestly, most of the puzzle solutions are
I mean, no, it's gonna kill him.
just completely cryptic.
God damn it. You lose so much time on this part because it's so long.
At this point, it
Didn't
might
do
take a
what
miracle
last
for Mir to
guy.
win, as he is consistently 2 stages behind,
Dog eating.
and he still has the portal stage coming up,
Yeah.
which I guess we might give him a guide for that, so he might be able to go through that very fast. But
I'm definitely getting a guide. I'm gonna be real. I think pretty much every single player used a guide for that.
oh yeah. Now, there's still a chance if Uber gets hard locked by the final boss, but it is supposed to be significantly easier on easy mode. There's checkpoints, right?
There's I think an extra checkpoint and less HP in general.
So the chances of Uber getting locked down there are pretty minimal.
Okay. The horse will be unleashed once again. Alright, please just
Tries to
walk
conquer the
into
beast once. Oh my god, what a
Thank you.
shot!
Successfully being Penny once again.
Uber's struggling a little bit. The solution here that you have to do is,
that.
you need to send the
That's all
block up
scary.
and then squish the block
That was scary,
on top of
actually.
the elevator, so the elevator squishes itself onto the button. It doesn't make much sense, no.
Yeah, it doesn't make much sense.
Okay, now what do I do about this guy?
A lot of these puzzles seem to be based off of intuitions
What
that
do I
are
do
just
about this guy?
based on things that are just not generally true in games like this.
Yeah, no, it
Run, I guess?
probably should have opened up the exit first.
Oh yeah, you need to run. Oh shit, this thing is not open. Oh no. Oh no.
He's circling around, but ooh, this one's gonna hurt. Oh,
Ooh, very, very close, but unfortunately he has had another last-minute death to the Void Dog. We'll see who can beat their section first. Uber on this difficult puzzle, or Mir on this Bomberman section.
well, you know, Uber nearly had it.
Uber is very close, but even if Mir beats this, he still has more of the Undertale stage left to go,
I could just activate this without
including
caring
that kind of
and just, like,
obscure solution to
risk,
find the boss at the end.
Killing the fire dog.
And Uber has figured it out. If he can get into the door. And there we go. He's on to the end of the stage.
Ah,
And as always, the boss is a total surprise.
the beast.
Another beast.
Let's go murder him once again.
Yeah, this boss, I actually don't know how nerfed it is on easy, but on medium can really send you packing.
Alright, now. Don't forget to open
Yeah, so at
this
10,
box.
the boss gets a bit faster, a bit harder. Ah, still plenty easy. That's
Yeah.
ridiculously hard to dodge on medium.
This is a pretty quick boss, it looks like. Uber's already on the
Now.
last 5 health.
Run.
Yeah, the problem is it gets harder as it goes on.
I dare not
Okay.
die now. Probably dead.
So the
I would
last
assume it's
couple
probably
hits-
the last. Yeah, okay. So on medium, the last 3 hits you have to do with the soul.
Okay,
Um,
clear.
looks like it's just the last hit you have to do with the soul here
Last.
on easy. Pretty nice.
Alright, and Uber is done with the portal stage. Moving on to stage 9. The last 1/3 of the main stages.
Yeah, trying to remember what stage 9 is. Oh, monkey. Yeah,
It didn't move.
it's the Donkey Kong stage.
Monkey time.
Oh, I really missed him.
Oh, banana. Once again, no background here completely throws me off.
At least there's a bit of a background with the honeycombs.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
Okay, now where do I go?
Now this honey is sort of a
up
weird
here.
sticky wall jump.
Take it back, I assume.
And those
yes.
barrels are the saves in this stage.
Or
Maybe you're just taking a trip
Where
back
am I
for
going?
some reason.
Is he looking for a secret path or something? Fortunately, you're not going to find that mirror.
no. I'm not sure actually. Where am I going?
Mirror himself doesn't even know where he's going. Fortunate.
Am I going back? Is that what I'm gonna do? No, it's
This Donkey Kong area is very enemy focused, as you can see. There's a lot of different enemies to dodge, and has pretty long saves too. So Uber's kind of got to remember how to deal with each individual obstacle pretty well in order to make this fast.
That's not that
Unfortunately,
bad, yeah.
guys, the wasps again.
Once you know the enemies, it's really not that bad, because I mean, if the saves are a bit long, it's all very consistent, and there's only like 5 saves, I think.
Mirror going back in the correct direction. Has to deal with anime legs.
And guns.
And
And Uber on the 3rd crash, it
Uber
seems.
has another crash. It's very unfortunate. Thankfully, it's happened to the person who is in a significant lead,
Right, no, I was here.
and probably won't be that
I
impactful.
was also up here. Do I go back then?
Let's see how Mir does. Trying to figure out
Wait,
this
was I up
boss.
here? I don't even know. What are you? Why is that? Why?
That's a great question, Mir. None of us have an answer.
Okay, I guess. No. Oh wait, you have to kill her too.
What happened to Uber? Uber just had another crash.
Mir is continuing to go right, not realizing he has to go back left again.
Which
It's
is,
very slow to get back in.
This is a very
it's
long
just
run.
fair. Knowing that you have to go left makes no sense.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Can't
And he
take
dies, unfortunately, to an enemy. Let's see if he figures it out this time, if he just continues assuming this is like an endurance test.
that. Oh shit, diagonal.
Mir successfully completing a diagonal. Uber is still not in. I hope he's able to get the game back up.
Yeah, we still got their audio, so
thinking
I'll be back.
another diagonal. No way. How long is this? Am I just like, is this endless? Is that the joke?
Mirror seems like he may be catching on, realizing it's endless.
Is it just endless?
Nearly. I had a glimmer of hope there.
What did you say?
Uber appears to be struggling to get the game back up. Oh, but he is here.
I got it.
Thankfully, did not have to cancel the race because Uber couldn't get the game
It's not
working
leaving
again.
anywhere. If I go back, oh, okay.
Alright, looks like you figured it out. Just has to get past this. Oh, well,
I
nope.
got trolled by the exact same thing in another game.
Mir seems to have realized what he has to do.
So I have to go back. Okay, go a bit further. I guess. And now back?
I don't think that was far enough.
Uber has to deal with these throwing enemies
What, but-
now, which can be kind of
Okay.
difficult with the sticky ground, but he seems to be doing pretty well so far. And he's reached the next save.
Come on, how far do I have to walk?
Uber dodges the barrel trap. Ooh,
Nope.
or not. Comes back for one last
Just
try
wait
back.
for one encounter or something and then go back.
Barrel Trap, definitely one of my
Not yet.
favorites.
Mirror's still struggling even with knowing he has to go back. He hasn't figured out how long he has to go right first.
A little trial and error will do the work.
No.
Yep, you got it.
yes. Here's the thing. What does this mean now? Why is there all paths lead to the future? What does that mean?
There you go.
Aha,
Mirror's found the
I
last.
see.
Oh yeah, no, if he went back right, I would have to tell him. I'm not letting him go through that one. If you go back right after going left, there is actually an achievement path, but it's a pretty wild one.
That is one of the dangers of doing a blind playthrough is accidentally finding secrets. Oh, excuse me.
Clear.
Right. Mirror's completed the first half of the game. He's going to be moving on to stage 7. Fortunately, Uber is on stage 9, so the gap is still pretty significant.
The 2-stage gap continues.
And Mirror's now on the VVVVV stage. Let's see how long this takes him. Thankfully, it's mostly pure platforming with a few traps, so hopefully he can be good at this one. Uber successfully bounces on some barrels and gets to the next save. And
see.
he is now reaching the boss. This is the Wasp Queen
Alright.
boss, Bee Queen,
Thing first.
and you play as a bird, and you get to shoot some projectiles, and you have to hit its tail, which can be very annoying because it's quite a small hitbox.
Very annoying.
Oh.
You also have slower projectiles than you might be used to.
Not just slower, they also have a gravity.
Yeah, that too.
Ah, why'd you go all the way?
Looks like you still have an extra hit here like you do in medium. I would expect one more.
Uber's missing a lot of these shots, but he hits another one.
I guess really the main difference here is that in medium you need 2 shots per phase.
Mm.
Whereas here you only need 1 to get to red. Also, the B is a lot slower. Oh yeah, the final.
Split apart.
This part's a lot easier.
So
Just gonna defeat a couple small bees, but
I
no
actually
problem.
like took my hands off my keyboard.
This is pretty easy for Uber. Just
I
has to
hit
kite her
half
around a bit
something instead of
and deal with the
shift
shield. Starts moving now, but it looks like it'll still be pretty simple for him to just kind of move in circles. Definitely easier than the phase where she was shooting.
Fast drop. If it was off.
And done.
And Uber moves through another stage. Is what, close to a 3-stage gap now.
The commanders, they can roughly know that they are hearing each other. Well, I don't think Uber's talking, so...
These two have been relatively silent, so I don't know if they know exactly where the other is. Although Uber's been helping Mir with a few parts. I think Uber is pretty confident where Mir is and on how much of a lead he has. Oh, the sword stage, right.
That was my favorite stage.
Yes, you have a little sword knife thing. You have to deal with these messed up monster creatures. This is another stage with quite long saves. You have to kill all of these monsters to move on to the next room.
Save like that?
Yeah, looks like the main difference on easy here is that all the monsters have one less
What?
HP than they would normally
Okay.
have.
Uber does take a bad death to the final monster. Thankfully, this first save is not too long.
Sure.
As the stage goes on, there get to be some pretty long saves with some very tough monsters. Hopefully, Uber
I
remembers
see
how
how
to deal
this-
with everything, especially as they get
this,
more complex
This
attacks.
does not function properly. That's how it is.
Mirrors entered the busted room. See if you can get these pretty precise flips down. Ooh, not expecting the speed up.
Yeah, as expected, and that stage was not challenging for him.
He blazed through the VVV stage, putting it pretty close to back to a 2-stage gap. Although, of course, there is this boss, which is very long.
Touch. Okay.
Let's see how long it takes Mir to figure out this gimmick. Alright, he seems like he's got it.
And there you go, boss is pretty much done.
Yeah, just have to wait for a while. And Uber's experienced one of the harder enemies, this black, slimy guy who shoots
is
copies
that
of himself.
spawn in, or-
He has a lot of health, so Uber has to time his dodges pretty well.
You're going
Now
hard on the
we
mashing.
Deal with the girl who shoots at him, and this music note shaped guy who does a swing around.
The girl is definitely the most annoying enemy in this stage, if you were to ask me.
Enemies that shoot through walls always are. Especially with homing projectiles. Uber does take an unfortunate death to that right at the end. He'll have to deal with the cloner again. Mir's doing pretty well with his mashing speed, making the spots quicker than it has to be. But it is still just a grind.
Okay, that doesn't actually kill you, thankfully.
Alright, and Uber clears the save. Managed to deal
Very
with
good.
these walking zombie women.
Yeah, the tough part of the save is not really this bottom section. It's that. It's the girl with the fire at the top once
Done.
again.
That's really... No, seriously.
Ooh, Uber kills her swiftly, but is a bit too aggressive with it and dies to the other guy.
Yep. Alright, mirror out. And
Alright,
now
Mirror's
I will
moving
go
on.
find a
Feels right.
video.
Yeah, since this is a puzzle stage with Portal, and a lot of these saves have really obscure solutions that you can't really find out in a reasonable amount of time, we are just sending Mir a video guide, because presumably everyone else used one to train. Anyway,
It's soul from by.
Yeah.
if Mir wins because of this, blame Cosmo.
Okay, well this is where I lose, essentially.
Alright, Uber's moved on to an auto scroller as he becomes a
You're
little
an idiot, wow.
witch, able to shoot projectiles.
Trying to find which of these videos has
It's always say
the
that.
portal. This one?
What's this? Can I read this? No.
No, this one.
Okay.
This one?
Oh, you just die. That's
Oh yeah, there it is. Okay.
What's it say?
I'll just send him my speedrun. Screw it.
Right. And what's this? That
I am awesome after all.
Yeah, probably is the best resource.
He's gonna run out. or-
Uber is slowly moving through the auto scroller, but takes an unfortunate death. This is another spot where deaths cost a lot of time. And unfortunately, there's nothing he can do to speed this up.
I see how it is. In that case. Let's see. What? What's that even mean?
Oh yeah, the auto scroller in this stage. Well, this looks a lot easier than it. Well, actually, not that much.
I'd like to push it onto like this, and I can't really do that. Well, problematic.
Fortunately, this auto scroller is just very, very slow. It's
But that's again. No,
Uber doesn't have to do too many dodges here, but if he messes up once, he's losing a lot of time.
Well,
I have a feeling I probably just need to like go and tell Amir that I posted a video for him.
Yeah, probably.
exactly. Huh?
Hey Amir, I sent a video in the Discord. You can just take a look at it.
Exactly. Huh?
Since you're blinding, you might as well. You can just take a look at it.
Yeah.
Okay, good luck. Since you're blinding, you might as well.
Yeah.
Okay, good luck. I love hearing myself twice.
Well, Mira's been delivering news of this guide. We'll see how fast he can replicate it, as Uber is past the auto scroller,
Oh.
and now just has to deal with more enemies with the sword.
Like, how do you? Oh. Well, that's okay. That's good to know. Yeah, honestly, just gonna watch the video. Okay, push it
The
over
tomato.
there, and then push this over there, and then push that there, and then use the other aircraft mag.
Alright, well, this is going on. I actually need to set up for the next one.
Uber successfully dodges the trap this time, but he dies when the enemy appears. Fortunate. This entire stage is very slow, and every death is pretty punishing. You have to kill all these enemies again at the front.
What? They just click. Move? What the? Oh, okay. I guess. No, that's not what I said. That's I keep pressing like X and shift. What am I doing? Right there. Can you? How's that work? That's
Uber
weird,
successfully
okay.
dodges the tomato this time, going in between its legs to kill it. Now he's got a few more enemies to finish off.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
And
do
he
these
is
myself.
Done with the save.
Smell are easy there. I don't even know if they're easy.
The new enemy type. This little girl who
Okay,
throws
well
her head at
that
you.
one is I could have known. I don't know. Can you just shoot over there? Nope. I don't know if we can just push this normally. I probably can. Pay attention. Okay, just push it.
The help of the guide here is getting through Portal pretty fast.
Thank God for that.
Yes, thankfully we don't have to watch him be stuck on Portal for the next hour. Uber has a lot of enemies to deal with in this room. It's a very, very busy room.
Yeah,
You
it's
can deal with a lot of them by just sitting right there.
it is the last room of the stage. Well, the last enemy room of the stage. There was actually one more room after this.
Oh,
Nice.
a really bad death. Uber just jumps into the enemy.
Miscounting. The door room is a classic.
Let's see. You know, oh, this is just a thing. I see. This is the platform. In that case,
There wasn't a door? Well, you know, I guess not, because actually there is one more room after the door room, but I don't think of it as a room, because it doesn't have a door. You make a great point.
To showcase how interesting this area is, we are getting into a semantics debate.
The corridor is just a corridor, after all, it's not a room.
how does that work?
Mimir's still trying to figure out how
I
to
don't understand
shoot it up, but like in the
I
correct
guess it
direction.
just works when it wants to work.
Even with the guy in mirror, he's still struggling a bit. So hopefully this won't prove too much of an unfair advantage.
Nah, it's fine.
Just has to deal with this flame girl, and now he can continue upwards.
Now you have to move like diagonally. Huh? That's a joke, I believe. That is the joke.
There's one final enemy here. Let's hope Uber knows how to deal with it,
Okay.
and he gets through it pretty easily.
The door room.
The door room.
There's the door.
Uber dies to a door.
Unfortunate door death.
See how well he can remember all of these traps.
This is adorable.
Okay.
Door puns.
Chat, hit me with your best door puns.
The best door pun posted within the next 5 minutes wins absolutely nothing.
Hold on.
The worst one also wins nothing. You have nothing to lose, go.
Hey, that looks like death. Based on that.
It's really
Please.
opened my mind.
Get on there.
I try to tell one, y'all are gonna tell me to
Oh, yeah,
shut
I
it.
probably wanna move it back. Actually, no, you can't do it.
Alright, Uber has moved on to the boss fight.
One of my favorite bosses in the game, probably.
I always like melee bosses in fan games.
But that's why Justice Guy is awesome.
Yeah, I'm excited to play that one.
I hate how that works. Well, it really doesn't work. If you just
Yeah,
shooting
you're
at
trying to figure out how to
corner,
deal
well,
with
that
this
does
wrecking
make
ball.
sense.
Does not get the wrecking ball jump. Well, I guess it's actually a bit of a problem. I sent him a video of the medium difficulty. The medium difficulty actually has floors on the spike below the wrecking ball, so you do need to make that jump. And unfortunately, well, I'm a little stupid, and that definitely went over my head.
Well, let's see if he can figure it out on his own.
Yeah, it's the brick and ball jump.
He makes the jump. It's Mir. He is good at needle.
But is he good at ball?
It's could be considered a subset needle. A ball is just a needle formed into a sphere, really. Alright, we hit the 2-hour mark here.
Okay.
Mir is still stuck in the portal stage, even with the guide. He's still being pretty slow. Uber is struggling a bit with this boss, but has maintained a significant lead in the game. As he's going to be entering the last few stages after this.
Right.
There we go.
Uber defeats the boss. As we're moving on to stage 11?
11, yep. We'll see how much of the stage he decides to do. This is a pretty unique one in that you can choose to do none of the stage and just go straight to the boss. Or do some parts of the stage and have a bit of an easier boss.
Close. Kinda.
We'll see how optimized the speedrun strats are.
No background on this stage is going to be really weird.
Ah, needle. Classic towards the end of an adventure game needle stage.
But it's good because it's optional.
Uber dice to the apple walk there. We'll see how many of these he does.
That's a good door pun. Appreciated.
Yeah, thank you everyone for the door puns.
When you fall off like that.
This doesn't seem much
Oh my
easier
god,
than
why?
the easy difficulty. And by much at all, I mean, it really just looks about the same.
Right.
Uber's collected the first crystal.
And that's probably the only crystal he's going to bother with. Yeah, it buys the HP up. Now you can set his HP to 10.
Alright, and now he's gonna get going with the boss.
Yep.
And
So
doing the other ones.
yeah, so every time you do one of those, you get a crystal, and you can use the crystal to buy stuff in the shop. And the most important upgrade you can buy is one that makes your HP go from 1 to 10 in this avoidance. I unfortunately cannot raise the volume, but it is a banger.
What is he doing?
We'll see how well Uber does on the avoidance. That 10 HP definitely gonna come in handy, especially for how little time it took to get that crystal.
Yeah, the actual buff, that stage is supposed to be twice as long. You're supposed to redo those screens with moving cherries instead.
That makes it significantly easier on easy difficulty then, and definitely worth going for.
That's not what
You're doing pretty dang good at avoidances to want to do this with 1 HP.
believe it or not.
Let's see if I can turn it up. I think I can turn it up a bit further. I set this to 150. Is that going to do good? And then I can... That really did nothing.
We're taking a few hits. He's down to half of his health.
Keeps, like, pressing me around, but it's-
Down to 4 health. He's got this rotating part.
Okay, I set it to 200. Is that going to do something good? It seems a little bit stronger. Alright, we'll leave it here for now. No, this is
Why does it
Sweet
behave like that?
Sendrian
What?
Princess Drug, I think it's called. Uber is taking quite a number of hits here, I have a feeling.
Yeah, he's down to just 2 health left.
Oh, yeah, and there's some of the tougher parts of the avoidance left, so... Got this feeling that this might not be his clearing attempt.
Okay, not fall off this time. Thank you. But I almost did.
Throughout this race, Uber is showing to be a bit weaker at the bosses. Now we have a pretty
Okay,
typical
now-
avoidance. This might be a place where you get walls. If he gets really unlucky with this avoidance, it could be a chance for Mir to catch up. But-
Doubt.
Yeah, it's frankly unlikely.
Yeah, push it on. Okay. Push it once.
Mir still has to do the entirety of the Donkey Kong stage and
Yeah.
the sword stage.
Just down.
Yeah, only 1 HP left, and the hardest part of the fight is coming up. Although, it is easy. I think this might just be completely removed and easy.
Okay.
Alright, Mir entering the last chamber portal as well.
See if Uber can clutch out this infinite jump section with just 1 health.
Yeah, the sphere is a problem, but thankfully I think you can just stay outside on easy. Yeah. Yeah, on medium you're
Fear is
forced to be inside there.
That's not
Fears
what
are a
that's not-
classic
that's not
avoidance
what
attack.
that's not-
Why don't you just avoid this one completely? Avoid has some really cool 3D effects. Aside from the sphere everyone knows. Alright,
No
it's
HP
back
left.
to Uber. See if we can end this out.
So you get on that. Push down the button.
Yeah, well, most of the attack there was completely removed as well.
Press the thing.
And to get the aim line here, you still got the aim line, okay.
After that run out, press it.
And that's
Takes it
unfortunate.
fast.
That is
A lot
10
of
seconds
time
away
left.
from the end, yeah.
Okay.
Fortunately for Uber, his earlier games are coming in handy. He doesn't have to worry about wasting time here.
Oh, round 2. In the meantime, Mir probably making a little bit of progress.
Oh, that's not exactly.
This chamber proving a bit difficult for him even with the guide. Hopefully make short work of this. And we'll see how he does against the Pikachu boss.
Yeah. Yeah, that's just right. This. Get off the button.
There we go, alright.
Yep.
Mir is past the puzzle.
Alright, let's see how he does.
Crazy.
This boss was fairly easy, so
Oh
it
my
won't
god.
take him very much time.
What the fuck is this?
But he was surprised by its appearance, as all of us were.
The beast.
Ubersaw's doing pretty well this time, so 6 HP left. 5 HP left.
Nah.
Just keeps forgetting to jump in the middle
Scary
there.
effect around him now.
Another bad death.
Ah.
Here's down to the last quarter of the Pikachu fight, and it starts
Oh
getting
my,
hard,
this
and
is
takes an
bad.
unfortunate death there.
Yeah, the Pikachu is very random and very hard to dodge.
Uber takes another death.
Anime Girls and Beast Boys is all I see in Pendulum. Yeah, that's the difference. Is Dagger is all about Anime Girls and Beast Boys. Mario is all about Beast Girls and Beast Boys. I'm realizing we don't actually have Arcana of the Tarot in here.
Nah, we deemed it too difficult to learn.
This
Guess
is
that's
a
fair.
boss. Yeah, I was hoping it wouldn't do that. Okay, lucky.
Now has to do the soul shot, but can he figure it out?
What's he doing?
We're on the infinite jump section, so there's 3 health left.
What is?
On medium, yeah. There's you enter this part when there's 3 health left.
No, why can't I? Do I do anything? Oh my god, seriously?
Unfortunate. Yeah, the sphere is probably one of the hardest spheres. We actually have to do it. I think I've done it like exactly once ever.
You know what? Let me look at this video. So when it's purple, what do you think? Oh my god.
Your consultant guide to how to beat the boss.
Oh, that makes
If it works, it works.
I guess.
This is not actually a good spot. Yeah.
Uber has to take another costly restart.
Once again, a really bad death. That was genuinely like a second away from the end. Is it the final boss? Nope, not at all.
It's terrible.
Yeah, that sphere, I believe, is like the only reason most people don't actually do this with 1 HP. Alright, I think Mir's gonna use the shot here. Yep, there we go.
Alright, and Mir finally clears Portal. And can we moving on to the Donkey Kong section now? Now, this avoidance has proven to be a bit of a time loss for Uber, but Mir still has to complete 2 whole areas to catch up.
Thankfully, Donkey Kong has no real gimmicks other than just, you know, traps.
And he found the first of those very quick.
Oh shit, that's not Diddy Kong. Okay, you can't just get him. That's not over. Never mind. You can escape him.
Popular Street Fighter character, Zangief.
5 HP left. Enter infinite jump for Uber.
Jump scare.
This should be good.
He's on a good pace. Hopefully he can pull out those last few attacks.
Of course, okay. That's it.
Mir making pretty quick progress to the Donkey Kong stage. Like you said, it's a fairly simple stage once you're platforming.
Yeah, even on a blind playthrough, that does still take more than like 10 minutes to reach the boss.
Right, Uber's nearing the end of the avoidance. He still has 3 HP left. Hopefully that's enough for him. Oh no! Oh,
That,
Uber appears to have crashed again. That is very, very unfortunate timing.
the gods do not want him past this avoidance right now, I guess.
Oh, that has got to be disheartening. Right at the end of the avoidance, too.
That's right. This is a big catch-up moment for Mir. At the same time, Mir does not know the patterns of that avoidance, so that could be a bit of a problem as well.
Oh, yeah. That avoidance might be trouble for Mir. Although he is a very skilled avoidance player, too.
If I meant to go down.
I'm a bit surprised Uber didn't choose to get the free blacklist on this, considering he does have crashes.
Yeah, has a lot of confidence. This is the game he said he wanted to roll before the match.
Well, you know, a bold plan. Will it pay off?
It looks like it is so far. Hopefully, Mir doesn't manage to catch up with some of these nasty crashes. Mir probably beats the Donkey Kong area pretty fast, but then he has to do the sword area, which can be a bit slow.
There's also the odds that actually Uber can skip past most of the rhythm heaven area, since you can actually go straight to the boss in that as well, but only if you really know how the stage works.
We'll see how well he knows it. Between the avoidance and the rhythm heaven, we might have some big catch-up moments.
Got jump scare.
Yeah.
That actually. He's just like, that's not what you do. Maybe go back.
Mir figures out how to dodge that barrel trap.
Yeah,
That's a
it's
good wrap
supposed
up
to be
the save.
bananas down there, but
Not that really
bananas,
close,
man.
but he gets the next save.
I think this is the last save of the stage from here.
Well, Uber is at 5 HP left, entering the fire spiral. On a decent pace.
I'm taking mid missile for a second. Ow.
Assuming no crashes, we would have to guess this is probably Uber's big chance.
He's on very good pace right now. 5 HP left still, passing the spear attack. Just to cinch it out in the last phase of the fight.
Yeah, we'll probably take a hit right here.
He's not able to dodge that attack.
Yeah.
And I can't blame him.
Alright. No, you can't do that, though. That's not okay. It's not nice.
We did take a hit there, but he still has 3 HP left. at the
Yeah,
very
he's gonna have to
end.
take another hit there, but that's fine. Because it ends right here.
He's through.
Or just dodge him if I dodge.
After a few demoralizing deaths, right? One right at the last second and one to a crash, he has finally beat the avoidance, and he still has a pretty big lead. Now let's see how well he does at the rhythm game.
Right.
Yeah, Uber is going to be entering the 12th stage, this is the last of the main stages. although there is still a final stage. And this stage is based on a rhythm heaven. And it's going to be testing a very different set of skills than the rest of the game. Hopefully, it's not a big wall for Uber. Although he was confident enough to say he wanted this game to be rolled, so hopefully that means he has the skills here.
Wait, hold on a second. What do you want to do there?
Alright, looks like Uber will be going straight for the boss here.
Alright.
Maybe.
Oh,
Starting off
regular
with
behaviors.
several misses and a couple of
That's
restarts
good.
early. Hopefully this is just him
That makes sense.
remembering his
so
muscle memory. And it looks like
don't
it was,
do
as
that.
he
Okay.
Alright,
was very good.
he's onto it now.
Oh, it's the boss. What's actually?
Here's entered the Donkey Kong boss. See how fast he figures out the speed queen. See how fast he can get used to trajectory of the shots.
Don't die, okay. Well, I didn't do it. Hold on now. What do you do there? I'm gonna have to keep the video again. No, I actually have no idea what it's like early on. There it is. Yeah. What do you do?
Thankfully, Mir just still has my video that he can use to see the entire game.
And then we can intend for that to be used for the portal section, but I guess we're not stopping him from using the whole thing.
Oh wait,
Yeah.
that does actually do that. That looks like it doesn't.
I don't know how tight the requirement is for this. Uber might actually pass this on the first go.
Oh, now it's what?
He's doing pretty well.
Oh, okay, yeah. Now it looks like it's tough damage.
Yeah, no schedule. I didn't get a bot up. But the next match is going to be in 2.5 hours.
Okay, it's like it. Oh.
The gap's a lot shorter than we anticipated because
Well,
of the
that makes
pendulum.
sense.
Yep.
Yeah,
Good enough. Good enough is good enough.
it does
He's
damage
through.
earlier.
He is through on the first try. That is stage 12 clear. Uber is going to be moving on to the final stage of the game.
This 3-hour
This is a
estimate
pretty
might be
late
real.
stage,
If only I could hit the thing.
But at this point, it's looking like Mir is running out of chances. Now you complete all 12 hours of the clock. You have to exit the
Come on.
tower, dodge a mean trap, the gate falling,
Actually, it's impossible
and
to
you can
hit
climb the
that
rainbow to
shit
get to the top part of the tower.
through. Alright.
Alright. Mir doesn't have any
Alright.
HP left here, but might be able to clutch this out.
Oh shit, that was almost bad. Oh god, what is it doing?
Alright,
Yeah,
yeah.
done now?
Mir's out. On to stage 10, which was the sword stage, right? I'm not used.
For Mir, this is a pretty slow stage.
Yeah, I'm not used to this order. I usually do the stages in backwards order.
Now for this final stage that Uber is on, he has to go through several parts of this tower to unlock the gate to the final boss.
Yep. 4 paths here. Got to do all of them, and then after that, the final stage is actually unlocked.
Okay.
Looks like you might not remember this part though.
This is take my knife. Wait on, did it say in all the enemies? Okay.
big fish.
The big fish. World famous. The small fish.
I don't even know what game this is referencing. Probably. I don't know.
We retain another death to a little fish.
Probably Mario, true.
This stage is it,
I
well,
love forgetting trapped Larry the
not
best.
referencing Mario as far as I can remember. I make no guarantees, but
This one I remember.
yeah. Gotta hit the 4 switches here. Each of them unlock a part of the gate. The door.
Yep. 1 down, 3 to go.
If you beat the game and you come back here, you can actually enter the paintings next to the buttons to fight some special bosses.
Ah, that's the thing for sure. Hi. Hello. Damn.
You're figuring out how to deal with some of these enemies. It's gotten used to the sword pretty quick, but we'll see how long it takes him to deal with some of the harder enemies, like the flame girls.
No, I thought I was gonna die next hit. Oops.
Alright, Uber's done 2 buttons. He has 2 paths left.
Alright.
Uber first to
Thanks.
save after doing one of them.
Now I have to kill him. Unfortunate. Oh. Really? Someone gonna die? Yeah, like, no. Could go under his right? No, no way. No. Ah, can I get behind this, maybe? No, that doesn't look like I can get behind.
The poor Q Puffer.
Right, Uber's gained his 3rd switch. He just has 1 left, and then
One,
the true
okay.
final stage.
Ah. Oh my god, that was a jump scare. And I just jumped into that good one. Ah.
Oh, no shark here. That's actually pretty nice. On medium, there's a shark patrolling that bottom corridor.
God damn. No, I'm locked off.
Uber takes an unfortunate death to that laser there, forgetting about the trap.
Forgot the laser.
Eh. I wanna like 1 sec of this game.
Right, Uber claims the save. Now he has to go under the shark. Dodge that trap. He's out of the aquarium.
Really?
As is this
It's-
poor,
okay.
poor Magikarp.
I realized I can
Diglett.
jump forward like this, yeah.
So that's
I'm stupid.
Diglett.
You know, you never expect the 3D Magikarp in fan games.
Truly. Ooh. Seems like you remember that
Ah.
trap, but a second too late. Couldn't get out of the way fast enough.
No, why is this spawn? Why is this still spawn? Why is this still?
A surprise fire spawn. Nearly got mirror, but not quite. It happens every now and then when you try to kill that girl with the fire.
Okay. Uber's claiming the last switch, and he's going to be moving on to the final stage of the game.
12 screens left to go, and then, you know, a boss and then an escape sequence. But, you know, just 12 screens left to go.
Unfortunately, it looks like this race is a done deal for Uber. Unless he is really bad at the final boss, Mir has absolutely no chance at this point. There's very little platforming left. While Mir put up an impressive performance in the first stage, doing it in about the same amount of time as Uber, his lack of knowledge from not having played the game
It's a bit
showed
too much.
itself.
It's a bit hard to see, but the helicopter does have blades to keep it up in the air, and touching those will kill you.
Really, that?
So yeah, this is, if you haven't guessed, this is a reference stage to all the previous stages. There's one screen themed after each of the 12 stages we've done already.
So yeah, this one's based on stage 1.
I know it was 2.5 hours ago, but I hope you all remember stage 1.
So spawned it after that again.
Now the platform in this last stage does get pretty difficult. Uber's taken a few deaths already, and there's another one. This could prove to be a challenge for him.
Wow. Okay. That's dumb.
Let's see if we can get a jump. Yep, there we go.
Alright. On to stage 2. This is the camera stage.
No camera this time. These are pretty unique screens because they reference all the stages, but there's none of the gimmicks in those stages. Makes for some pretty interesting stuff.
Alright, it's a fairly easy save. Now on to stage 3. This is the trap stage. Trap stage.
Immediately jumping into the block. Oh, that platform there is pretty helpful. Platform there is also pretty helpful. Normally there's no platform there, you have to just do that jump.
Okay. Remember that trap?
Unfortunately not on the right side.
The trap stage is one of the parts where Uber struggled the most in this game, just unable to remember most of them, so hopefully he's able to get through this screen relatively quickly.
Actually, it's a big room. There's nothing. Nah,
As
hold on.
Mir is completing the auto scroller, he's getting towards the end
Nah, but
of that stage.
But, yeah,
Oh,
could
but
have.
he has a
What?
very unfortunate death right at the end. Trap. And he has to replay the whole thing, which is a massive time loss.
Ow. I swear I did. I don't have to kill he's literally inside the
Alright,
walls.
Uber's onto the stage 4 reference, which is the Mega Man stage.
It looks like Mir
Probably
actually
did
did not kill all the enemies in here.
That's very unfortunate for him.
And it's not a scroller. I mean, it is an auto scroll, but you still do have to abide by the stage rules of destroying every enemy before you can open the door.
I think I let this guy live earlier. No. Oh my god.
I honestly don't know how he made it.
Okay, now the door should be open, right? Right? Hello?
You're unfortunately rising from the sun.
No, he just forgot to hold the right arrow key.
Oh! That would do
Happens,
it.
happens to the best of us.
Alright, Uber's on to stage 5. Yoshi's Island.
We got a pretty wacky solution. Oh, this platform works. Okay, that's on medium. That platform that he just bounced on, that does not work.
Oh.
Mirror dies to a Tornado Man.
Unfortunate. Oh, okay. Wow, that's a lot easier on easy. Yeah, this stage is actually like really hard on medium, but
I hope you decide for Chupacabra to come back.
the beast returns. The gang beasts now available on Steam. This doesn't seem much easier. I'm gonna have to go ahead and say this is probably the hardest room on easy as well.
Let's see how long it takes him. This can be a pretty difficult save because you have to deal with all of these enemies at once. They all move in very different ways.
You what? Okay.
Mirror dodge is the
Um,
tomato, but fails to realize you have to go under its legs.
Guess I'm not gonna leave for that, huh?
And he pulls out an old video.
No.
Good old classic. What happened to Mir? He died and he's just looking up a video to figure it out.
Uber's wrapping up the Undertale section. He'll be moving on to his 7th screen,
Nice.
which is the VVVVV one.
I just died for a second, don't worry about it. Where's this stage? I can't seem to find it. Oh. Is it at the start or something?
Uber does not manage to remember which way to go at the end there.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, that actually, I just realized that makes that a lot easier. So on the medium difficulty on the screen on the right, there's no camera.
See how this.
So instead of having, a scrolling camera that keeps track of the player, you have screen transitions.
Oh, that's awful.
Yeah, it's like the original VVVVVV, yeah.
Yeah. That's a really funny way to, nerf this. Adding
Yeah.
the new camera. Anyone who's played the original VVVVV and gotten all trinkets knows the pain of the screen transition drops.
Yeah. It's infamous for a reason.
Alright, we're making to screen 8, portal.
Yep, and the first jump in this room is already, like, very nerfed. Basically, normally hitting that button at the bottom, it's covered in water, so you have to do a very precise jump to hit it. Completely gone in the easy difficulty. And thank God, because that is not a fun jump. Seems like Uber might not remember how to do this, though.
What are you? What? That didn't hit me, hello? Nice hitboxes.
Mirrors reaching the end of the stage. Is this the last screen? Before the door screen? Yeah, in the sword stage you have to kill everything in the room to open it up.
Or whatever. This is...
Looks like he's remembering bit by bit what to do.
Yeah, remembering how to push this over
one, I guess.
using a glass as a bridge.
Not quite though, because you actually don't want to have that that block over here.
Oh shit! It's Gas Undertale.
It's not what it is, Mir. It's not Gaster Undertale.
Mir beats Gaster Undertale and moves on to the door screen.
No, I knew it.
As Mir tries to decipher the traps of the door screen. Let's see if Uber can figure out what to do this time.
If I can hit it. No. Oh my god. Oh.
Well, it looks like he's sort of remembered what to do. You do indeed have to put that that light over there. That is just part one of the puzzle, though. Mir on boss 10 now. What Uber is forgetting every single time is you actually have to put that block on the right, not on the left.
Uber being at a loss in this puzzle could be a chance for some time save, and Mir's gaining back a little bit, but he still has to do the avoidance and the rhythm heaven section. So it's a long gap to close. Uber successfully got the second block over, and now I think he's realizing that he didn't want the other block here.
Mir. About to enter the needle and avoidance stage. Wonder what he'll do, actually.
Let's see how fast he figures out how this works. Uber seems to be a bit confused. He's just standing there.
What is this now?
Uber probably popping up in the video, actually. I'm realizing what he's probably doing.
What? Sure. I don't know what I'm like looking at here, but sure.
You're choosing to do the infinite jump section.
Oh my god, these sections are so much easier. They're like genuinely like
There's no aces.
half as long as they would be on medium.
Okay. Mir doesn't seem to realize what's going on, so he's doing all of them right now.
I mean, for him, this is probably gonna be like, you know, a minute or two time loss.
Ooh, a short save section. L needle.
Oh yeah, like this screen only has 3 saves normally,
Ooh.
and more spikes. Yeah, normally this only has 3 saves as well.
Uber seems to be getting through the puzzle now. He's consulted the archives. Ooh. Uber has nasty death towards the end. He has to redo a lot of his progress in this puzzle. As Mir's entering the apple section, the last of the needle sections here.
Oh right, that's the thing. Oops. How do I keep forgetting?
Uber might be making progress. I'm not quite sure, honestly. I think he is.
Sorry with that jump a bit, but seems to know what he's doing now, hopefully.
No, you don't push the block down. No, 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 no. Think about what you're doing, young boy. That's the spirit.
Very close, but yeah, what to do.
Hold on. Oh, this is for that, huh? Right. I have 3,000. Does this mean anything? I don't know.
You're not figuring out how to use the shop?
Whatever.
He doesn't realize how to purchase that HP upgrade. This is going to be a very nasty fight for him. We're on the last jump, and he makes it. He's now on stage 9, the Donkey Kong stage. Now this stage takes place entirely as the parrot.
I don't know how. I did see all, but like, I can't do anything.
You're starting to figure out how to go to the
this
shop
is what
tab.
that is.
Alright, Mir has indeed opened the shop.
It's round seats, sure. Yes. Not really as clear, 10 HP, that's fine. HP display, oh sure. Patterns.
I've never actually done the fight on pattern fixed.
I don't know. Alright, that's fine. Wait, did it say?
And he indeed did not save.
No,
Mirror's greatest enemy is his shot menu.
It's different for sure.
Alright,
Okay.
we're moving on to screen 10. There's the sword stage. But now he has a gun for it.
Yeah. This screen is really fun to do on the way in. On the backtrack, it's actually a bit of a pain. Since all these enemies that you can normally shoot from far away, you actually have to go back into melee range pretty much.
We'll see how well Uber does in the escape sequence after the final boss. Now, Needle. Stage 11. Fortunately, don't have an avoidance in here, so it's just Needle.
Yep. Looks like the hard jump of the save actually. Well, I guess it's a bit easier, but this thing up here is actually pretty hard.
We will make short work of that, and is on to the Rhythm Heaven screen, which is actually just an avoidance save.
Yep.
Well, that's...
Alright, and Uber's made it to the end of the gauntlet. It's time to see how he fares against the ending of the game.
We are still under estimate mode, and one of our players has reached the final boss.
Yeah, he's got 9 minutes to do it with an estimate.
Mir also
Wow.
doing better than Uber at his first playthrough of this avoidance.
Here is
I
very
guess
good at
I'm alive?
avoidance. And
Unbelievable.
got so lucky there. Oh my god.
Wait,
Fortunately,
shit,
he forgot to
okay,
jump. But... Well, I hope you like the Flowey boss earlier, because now it's a ultra Flowey, but the guy.
And it's a quick death for Uber.
Alright.
We'll see how well he
Okay.
remembers how to do this boss. It is a very long fight. There are multiple
Well,
checkpoints.
that's... I think I'm not supposed to be in...
There's another quick death.
Where am I? I don't know. I know what's in the background, what's not. I'm just gonna dodge everything.
Yeah. So how this fight works is there are 6, well, I guess 7 phases actually. On medium, you would normally have 2 checkpoints, one after the 3rd phase, one after the 6th phase. The 7th phase is the damage phase. Everything up to there is just avoidance. On easy, you do have an extra checkpoint. You have a checkpoint after phase 2, 4, and 6. And of course, a lot of the attacks are pretty nerfed. Excited to see Mir try the sphere, because I'm sure he's not going to figure out that you can actually just be outside of it. Maybe he is.
this
No,
is
he's going in.
Here. I see.
The Mir, of course, is really good at avoidance.
But yeah, there's nothing you can do against the
Right.
beast.
Did take 2 hits. Still has 5 HP though, which is actually quite a remarkable pace. Still has a chance to first try this.
What?
Takes a hit to that nigh unavoidable pattern there.
Oh, one reckon on the bottom there.
Oh my...
Mir still has 3 lives left. Uber is making really good progress on the final boss though.
Oh yeah, this is definitely it for Mir.
Mir staying on the bottom.
No, that's fine. 3 HP.
Mir's like, has enough HP.
Oh, he actually even makes that dodge.
Dodge that. Incredible.
Alright, first checkpoint for Uber.
Mir is doing really well. That's a lot of time save. Unfortunately, his lack of knowledge just is too much of a hurdle to overcome. If Mir had actually played this game first, we might be seeing a very different story right now.
Yeah, honestly, if Mir had played this game before, I think he probably would have won.
Based on how well he done that avoidance, I certainly think so.
I guess Uber played the long strat of just practicing this game when no one else would play it, and it worked out. And also not blacklisting it like pretty much everyone else.
Yeah, we got another one in the chat while we were in halfway
Yeah.
through this run.
Yeah, like genuinely, like 30 minutes ago, someone requested another blacklist on Pendulum, even though it cannot be rolled anymore.
Alright, let's see how Mirror figures out Rhythm Heaven.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will also go tell him that you can just play the boss here, but yeah.
Uber's got another checkpoint, and then he's doing really well on this boss.
Hi, Mayor. I'm here for a little bit more help.
Wow. Hello.
So there's this
Mayor, I'm here for a little bit more help.
this Rhythm Heaven stage, and you can go straight to the boss.
There's this
How? Where?
The remix thing.
this Rhythm Heaven stage.
Oh,
You can go straight to the
okay.
boss.
SM.
You need
I.
you need the keyboard Z, X, C, V, and B.
Okay. Hold on. What did you just
You
say?
need the keyboard Z, X, C, V,
What
and
is
B.
happening? Hold on a second.
So these mini games they require the keys Z,
Yeah.
X, C, V, and B. So these mini
Z,
games,
X,
they
C,
require
V,
the
and B.
keys
That's fantastic
Z,
because my
X,
Z
C,
is not
V,
where
and
my
B.
Z should be.
Well,
That's
you know,
fantastic
best of
because
luck,
my
alright?
Z is not where my Z I can change that. Hold on.
Well, you know, best of
I
luck,
can-
right?
I can change that. Hold on.
All right, well,
Poor Mirror.
Yes, save. Alright, now it's where it should be.
I'm not gonna tell him more than that, but
We'll see how far he gets in this in the remaining time, since
Hold on,
Uber is
which train?
nearing the end of the run.
Okay, now I see. Oh my god, what?
yeah. this, I think this might be where Mirror's run ends.
Yeah. This is
Oh,
a stage you
that's-
really want to have
I know what
practice.
he does, what?
He's doing great. Well, he actually got one with the monkey, huh?
What is? Oh my god, what is happening? This is not funny. Oh my god. Ow.
Oof.
Ooh, that's an unfortunate death for right before the last checkpoint for Uber.
Yeah, that's a lot of time lost.
How is this a
So,
work?
seeing how Mirror is doing on Rhythm Heaven, no amount of time lost will matter.
I don't know.
He's got the monkey down perfectly, though. He just hasn't figured out Street Fighter at all.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it seems like Uber is going to be cinching this race by practicing the expert speedrunning strategy of
Oh my god.
playing the game.
How does this work? How does it work?
Unfortunate. Does not get the pass from that.
Surprised, I thought he was pretty close.
I think you and I have very different definitions. Are pretty close.
Again, yeah. My ass. How
Alright,
does
Uber is on the
your
final
fucking
checkpoint.
work?
It's now the damage phase of the boss.
Oh my god. Is there?
Really wrapping up the game here.
Guess I'm watching the video, huh?
He's watching the video. Actually, that'll help him out. Maybe.
What's he do? No, hold on. That was on regular speed first of all.
Ooh. Uber takes a death.
Okay, well that makes more sense. Okay. That's wrong key.
Don't worry about it. I mean, it's probably gonna take another 10 minutes.
Cosmo originally had that
It's around
estimate as 2.5 hours.
You know, Uber said he wanted to play this game. I trusted him.
Honestly, this is really, actually no, hold on. Let me look at this thing first.
Yeah.
Verify
In the
my
pregame
name.
interview, Uber said this was the game he wanted to roll,
This is not start.
which I guess it works out for him. It's been a very fun run.
How do
Hope
you
he's having a
do
good
this?
time.
No, it's not this guy. Oh.
Uber probably about to kill the final boss, if I had to guess.
This is not that end of the game. There's still an escape sequence.
Unfortunate
Ooh,
death.
Bad death.
Oh, I think Mir figured it out.
Oh, he's actually got it. Maybe we were wrong. Maybe he will beat this.
Kirby is definitely the thing you don't want to see in here.
Oh yeah. Some of these attacks can be pretty
Yeah, what do
nasty.
you mean?
Kirby, chief among them. It's pretty good RNG there, of course.
Oh my god.
The requirements for passing this Rhythm Heaven section pretty strict on medium. I have to assume it's a little bit less strict on easy.
Probably. He's doing pretty good. We'll see if this is enough for a clear though. Either way, he has picked this up remarkably fast.
We were reaching the end of the fight once again, but
Oh, and
unfortunate
again,
corner.
So
death. Yeah.
Fuck! God.
I would not be surprised if this was a pass for Mir.
Terrible. I assume.
Unfortunate.
Yeah.
That's gotta be pretty close though.
Ah,
If he just improves a little bit this
God
next
damn.
try, I think he'll get it. Which means he has a chance to actually get through this by the end of the run. Which for a blind playthrough is a remarkably impressive showing to beat the
last
game,
one.
to beat the main stages.
Yep.
Oh, that's cool.
It is a bit cursed timing wise, yeah. And Uber gets it.
Final boss is down. Ubers now has to go back through the tower in an escape sequence.
What do you mean you're crying, bro?
Right, this timer
30
here-
minutes for the
30
escape.
minutes.
That is
Oh, that's a lot of time.
so much more than before. On medium, this is a 15-minute time.
We'll see if Uber can do it. If he loses, that it could be a ton of time loss, but
I mean, I would assume the backtrack is easier, and also you have more time.
yeah.
Really, the only part of this backtrack that's really a struggle, even on medium, is the Undertale section. Well, I suppose the Fatal Frame one is actually a bit troublesome as well.
Through the first room onto Needle.
Yep. Taking a weird path around onto you know, a part that you actually cannot access. But Donkey Kong, I would say, is probably about the same as normal, yeah. I would have to assume the penalty room is not here on easy. Because it's not there in the actual stage.
Oh boy.
I actually have to do this jump on easy. Wow, okay.
That's a pretty nasty jump.
It actually is, oh my god. And that's okay because it's not DMCA on this one.
Oh wow. Alright. Let's see if we find the penalty room.
Let's see.
This is not enough, probably.
Let's see if Mir gets through as well. Ah,
Yeah,
not
my
yet.
ass.
Another fail.
Really, he's got about most of it down, so it just needs to push it through. The boomerangers.
Makes it through them without much issue. Ooh,
Yeah,
very
it's the last
classy
barrel.
back at the end.
I hope Mir can get through this.
Yeah. He's pretty close. He picked it up really fast.
That's an unfortunate time. That's okay. At least pretty early into the escape sequence. Hopefully the last crash.
Yeah. With how far apart they've been spaced, hopefully that's it.
Gets the game back up in no time. Hopefully it starts showing up pretty soon.
Hopefully.
It looks like it actually did save him in the backtrack.
That's good.
And by looks I mean seems. I'm just hearing Donkey Kong right now. Alright, he's entered the portal. Enter the portal room. Mir, could this be it for Mir? It is!
Enough, let's go!
Woo!
Mir is through to the final stage.
Yeah. Fortunately, probably won't have time to complete it, but
Yeah, maybe like a little 30 minutes behind right now, but
it's an impressive showing.
this is weird.
Oh, it's broken and stuck. Oh, my bad. In that case,
See if you can figure out where to go.
I think Uber just made it past the. Oh, yep, he's under. Mir is past the VVV screen into Undertale. Chupacabra mess.
Chupacabra?
left, maybe, possibly. I don't know.
Says, you know. Seems to have taken down 2 of the Chupacabras.
I knew it was gonna happen.
Oh, that it? Yeah, I think they're through the Undertale. Yep. So now it's the Yoshi's Island screen, which is a very easy backtrack through.
Where am I?
Now it's the
You
Mega
can't
Man's.
see- Okay.
Mega Man's a bit harder even on the backtrack. It's still quite a bit easier than the forward way, but poses a couple of challenges.
They're very exciting speedrun we're watching right now.
Doing my best I can. What's the third one again? Right, the orbit.
Right.
Okay, I'm assuming they did not go into the penalty room because I heard the save, so they're probably onto Fatal Frame right now. Alright, past Fatal Frame, presumably, which means that they're on the last screen right now.
What are you?
Heard another save, so I would assume that they're on their way out of the castle. I'm just gonna have to time whenever I hear the ending cutscene start.
thing.
Yeah, at this
Okay.
point all difficulty is over, so Uber's probably done in a couple seconds.
Hmm.
On it? Alright, thanks. We can see the ending cutscene at least. Thank you.
Ah.
Yeah, we did not see the entire escape sequence, but
Listen, you don't need to see it. We've already seen the screens. Just imagine them.
oh jeez. I think I heard him die once or twice. Looks like he'll be restarting the game.
Well, there you
There it is.
This is the bowl.
see. Is it not gonna like attack me? Guess not. Hold on, actually. Let me go back.
Beautiful. There you go. So the backtrack is over.
Is there something here?
Clear.
I don't think so. Maybe.
It's not clear yet. It might take 22 minutes to finish this off.
I have my doubts. There is quite genuinely no killers left between him and the exit.
There's the Q button. It's always the Q button.
I don't even know if it's active. And that will be time. My split button's on the wrong key. I forgot about that.
Alright. Congratulations to Uber. The final time about 3 minutes and 12.
I see people going
3 hours and 12 minutes.
I was gonna say 3 minutes is pretty impressive.
If it does, there's still a chance.
Distortion and space-time will completely disappear.
If it crashes
Although,
like
once
20
again,
more
we have
times, maybe
these-
I'll have a chance.
That's it. Uber does move on to the next round.
Alright. Let's get in the chat with the runners.
Give me just 1 second, I'll be right there. Alright, sorry, you won't get to hear this beautiful music.
Congratulations, UbersawMedic, completing the
Actually, I can kill him.
and being the first victor of the Fangame Adventure Speedrunning Tournament. It was a remarkable performance by both of you. Mir, for a blind playthrough, you did incredibly well, picking up stuff like the avoidance and the rhythm section really fast, and making
Yeah,
it
that's
past
not
the main
bad.
stages.
Beating
Oops,
that
I wasn't
boss,
looking.
just going for the boss is actually, you probably did that faster than actually doing the rest of the stage.
Oh yeah, like on 3 tries he did it.
I think it took him like 4 or 5 tries.
Yeah, I think 4.
Still, that's really good.
So, Ubersaw, you happy with your performance?
I mean, I would have rather done without the 5 crashes, and I didn't remember many of the traps. But apart from that, my computer didn't explode. I mean, I think that's an achievement.
That's always good. And despite the crashes, it's still a dominant performance. I'm glad the crashes didn't end up mattering. Especially that unfortunate one right at the end of the avoidance.
Oh yeah, and I
Oh,
had
wait,
it
then
already.
what? It crashed where?
At the very end of the avoidance. Uber actually died 4 times at the end of the avoidance, I think.
Oh my god.
Yeah, the third time was at the 5 seconds before the ending. Then, at the ending, I crashed before actually ending, and the 5th time I got it.
It was quite a lot of time lost, but thankfully you got through in the end.
Wait, is that she?
So Uber, before this you said this was the game you wanted to roll. Do you regret that?
Mm, uh, I mean, a bit. Each crash, the crashes felt a bit stressful. And I did play it like it was one of the first games I practiced actually, so some of the things weren't quite fresh on my mind. But yeah, sure. I don't regret much.
Well, it's certainly a long run, coming out 3 minutes, 3 hours, 12 minutes,
It's second time
12
now.
seconds. Hours just don't
Wait,
exist
wait,
anymore.
wait, wait, how? You say 3 hours 12 minutes?
Yeah.
How do you have 3 hours 12 minutes? I just reached 10 now. Or does it like pause on death?
This is a game maker 8 game, so pause on death. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it is. It has been 3.5 hours since our said start time.
So, Mir, it was a pretty close race. Actually, you were both coming out of the first area at the same time. You had a really impressive
Yeah,
performance there.
I did realize that.
Oh yeah, I had a
Fortunately,
lot
there
of
was-
trouble with that boss.
Unfortunately, there was a lack of knowledge starting the second save where you really struggled to figure out what to do with the ghosts.
Yeah.
I guess I would ask, do you think there's anything you could have done better? But I think there's an obvious answer to that. Having played the
Yeah.
game.
Exactly.
But still, it was an incredible match, and you did very, very well, both of you. So, Mir, or Ubersaw, you're going to be going up against the winner of Hugo and Wolsk for your next round.
God. Well, let's see. Let's see if I get another relatively lucky roll, unless crashes.
Last crash is ideal, I think. Yeah.
Do you have any thoughts on who you think is going to be making it through that round, face you?
I mean, it's kind of. Wait, let me. I mean, both are, from what I know, are pretty good players. Like, so. Wait, pretty good. Pretty good is an understatement. And they went, yeah, well, yeah, pretty good. Yeah, decent. Yeah, he can maybe clear fan. No. But yeah, it's going to be a tough competition.
Well, with Pendulum out of the way, hopefully the next race is shorter. This is almost certainly going to be the longest race we see.
Yeah.
And congratulations to both of you. And I guess I'll see you soon, Uber. And thank you for participating, Mir.
Alright. Next time, please rig the roulette in my odds.
You gotta ask. You gotta ask the luck gods, not me.
Yeah.
They hate me, man, but I'll try.
You would have won in the pattern tournament.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Our next match is going to be in an hour and a half at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. That's going to be Hugo versus Wolsk. So the winner of that match will be the one who was going to face Ubersaw in the next round.
Yep. Let me just.
And that match will be immediately followed by Jabba the Hutt 2 versus Gaffadil at 5 p.m. Eastern Time.
Let me just. 6 p.m.
Sorry, 6 p.m.
Let me just get the bracket up so we can all see this.
So Mir, it's buy and playthrough. What do you think of the game?
It's pretty good actually. It's just some stages just have like 10 traps in every single save, and it's kind of like cool, I guess. Can't really do much about that.
Stage 3, the trap stage, was really your downfall.
Yeah.
I kind of knew what to do, and even then, I still spent a lot of time in there.
Yeah, I think the game is cool if you're not trying to like run it blind. Yeah. Oh.
Good to know you liked it. Alright, the bracket is up. As we can see, Ubersaw moved on to the next round.
Ooh.
And our next match will indeed be Hugo versus Wolsk in about an hour and a half's time. So yeah, I am going to cut the stream in the middle. We'll be back afterwards, and the next two matches will be continuous.